got problems with us, huh?
Live on that jazz.
You said we look at the center screen?
Center screens is what you'll be able to easily reference so you can make sure you're in shot and everything.
What else? Center screen.
Yeah, keep the look on. Show you in a second. Alrighty, so we're live. We got Torian Toe2Dope on my right. We got Eric, his manager, on my left. I don't have a big intro for you on that one.
Yeah, you don't need to know more than that I'm Eric.
I guess we'll keep it that simple. Some CIA level shit here. So, bringing on together. The event that's actually like bringing us all together on this one is not this pizza, because I'm starving, but you're actually about to release at least an EP or a full album on the 10th.
Full album, I guess. I mean, if you consider 14 songs like a full album. I don't know.
Sounds like a full album to me.
Yeah.
Remember, I grew up with Good Charlotte. They had like 12 on, like,
Yeah,
you
you know
so
what I'm
like it sounds like a full album to me.
Yeah. I'm used to them like 22s and like 25s. So,
Yeah. No, that's good. So you were gonna release, and I think we talked about this bit on the way over, but you were gonna release like right on like the 1st or 2nd or something like that, and then you played delay, and now it's gonna be out on the 10th of December this month.
Yes, sir.
So you want to break? Can you guys break that down a bit for us? Because it sounded like it was a little bit of.
Well,
That's all Toe.
yeah, it kind of like, I don't know. I really did not want to, bro. I really did not want to.
Yeah.
Like, when I first decided it, though, I really thought, like, about everybody that's been, like, kind of, like, you know, supporting.
Yeah, and working with you and stuff.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I was like, dang, like, I don't want to, like, just feel like I rushed this out just because, like, you know what I'm saying? People are like, all right, I'm waiting for it on the 1st. Hurry up and drop it. So I was like, nah, let me just take my time because I know those people that, like, that's been supporting gonna really feel and understand why I did it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, I definitely made that decision, and, you know, it wasn't nothing crazy. It was just more of, like, you know, I just wanted to be clean.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be right, and I wanted to be like the best it can be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you guys first hear it.
Yeah.
I still don't think it's like the best it can be, bro. But maybe that's just me. Like,
Yeah,
you know
there
what
have
I mean?
been talks of revisions
Yeah.
for this album, but because of the already delayed release date, I think it'd be not smart to keep postponing it.
Yeah, I shouldn't postpone it. Like, a lot of people actually told me to keep doing that, but nah, I don't think I should do that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get the people the music, bro. And then if it is what it is, like, if it's fire, then it's fire. If it's bomb, it's bomb. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just glad I put it out. You know what I mean?
It's like it's one of those where you have to hit like the 90% point, and then just be happy that you hit 90, and then just run the rest of it.
Yeah.
Because like.
Well, there's 2 days left, and
2 days
if
left.
you want to try and pump out 5% on each day.
Yeah, but
I mean,
like,
I was thinking about
how
doing
long
that.
have you been sort of
Well, you
running
just
at this
the last
one?
thing you need is to find people with great voices and good musical talent. We're talking to all y'all. And let us
Yeah,
know.
I mean, I've been trying to do stuff like that, but some people just, you know, they don't come through, man. And, like, can I have some of these peanuts?
Yeah, that's what they're here for.
Can I have some of these peanuts? But anyways,
But, like,
Important points.
they don't really come through, bro. And, you know, that's just how it is, bro. Like, ain't really nothing I say. Like, I try my best to, like, keep communicating to people. But
To just be patient and stuff.
yeah, man. Like, because I don't know what people going through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it comes a point when I got to keep moving forward.
Yeah, definitely.
So
definitely.
if there's even some spaces where ain't nobody in that shit, then it is what it is, bro. That's a dance break, I guess.
That's the
So,
play.
you know what I mean?
Let me fix something real quick. Sorry, Stream.
So, what's the name of this album, Torian?
I'm enjoying how he's like gonna help me like interview this with help me interview this while he's like.
I don't even know the name of the album.
Wait, you like Bob? Okay,
Just
I'm just
like-
gonna clarify real quick. You need to answer that question, but by my perspective, you've been like sort of managerial like partner to this guy for a couple years now.
I've just been helping him do the things that he wants to do.
Well, that's good. That's good stuff. All right.
He's been helping me just as well.
That's good. That's
I
good.
don't know if it's a managerial thing more so than a partnership.
Yeah. It
No, I
it
appreciate
started
that
out
one.
something like that, but now it's just more like, yeah, it's a partnership now. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
just
saying?
two
Like,
guys working together, just helping each other like get somewhere.
I mean, I'm getting the qualifications to manage people, but I don't know if that's necessarily where I want to spend my time.
Like you don't want to be an agent or something like
And
that.
I don't want to commit to Torian when he is. I don't want to commit to Torian less than he's committing to himself.
That's
So
fair.
I
That's
don't-
fair. That's fair. So what's the album name again?
No service.
You got a reason there? Is that a track name?
Damn. Okay.
You got some deep answers.
Oh wait,
for that
I didn't
one?
know the name of this album. I'm so sorry.
Bro, what? No cap, bro. I thought you was like being sarcastic or some shit, bro.
I was.
You said we can cuss, right? And you can't. Can we curse?
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. All right, yeah. So anyways, so the reason why it's called no service is because there was a time when I didn't have my phone. You know what I mean?
You're getting deep already.
There was a time I didn't have my phone, bro. And like, I mean, it might sound cliche, but like, you know, not having your phone, bro, like you just realize a lot of things, like a lot of small details, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, little colors in a flower or some shit like that. You pay attention to shit like that. So, like, it just gave me a new perspective on life, and then like I wondered, wow, like since I have a new perspective, how about new music? You know what I'm saying? So I tried that, and on top of that, like it's like God was like kind of leading me into that, because I ended up moving, and like it was right in the middle of nowhere, bro. Like you know what I'm saying?
You need to move? Like, did you have some financial hardship?
Yeah. I definitely had some financial stuff going down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a little situation with where I was living. You know, it was just all experiencing, and then you know what I'm saying, realize some things, and then like when reality hit, that's when it hit for
you gotta wake up a
me
bit.
and my friends. So we all decided to do what we had to do, and like you know what I'm saying, we all like separate and move forward. But we still see each other today. Eric was one of the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all lived together in the house, and things went how it went, and I still love every single one of them, bro. I still talk to them every single day. But we all left, and I went to Poinciana, and like from where we at right now, bro, Poinciana is like an hour and a half away. Like, it's not that bad of a drive, but it can be a bad of a drive, bro. Like that shit.
No, I've Ubered on that side of Central Florida. Like, you think Disney Kissimmee as far as Poinciana?
Yeah, nah, bro, that shit's tough.
Takes an hour to get back to iDrive at least.
That shit's
like,
tough. Don't let it be traffic, brother. You know what I'm saying? So. So like basically, man, I went out there, like you know what I'm saying, on some other shit, and like you know I had time. You know what I mean? Like I had time. Like when I say no service, it's like
you're in Poinciana, no service.
Yeah, Poinciana, no service.
You leave your house, you don't got
like,
Wi-Fi,
no phone,
you can't
service.
see nothing.
Yeah, bro. Like right, bro. Like to the point where it was like, dang, bro. Like it's like you know what I'm saying. I really had to like isolate myself from what I was like. You know what I'm saying. I don't want to say like hustling or struggling with, because like for the last like I say 5-6 years, I was really like just hustling, trying to make a name for myself, trying to find a place to stay and shit like that. But like that was all in the city, you know what I'm saying? And like I was so used to being like call electronics, I need this, you know what I'm saying? To the point that like I couldn't even like find my way without a GPS. And then there was a point when I had to work, bro, and like I didn't have a phone. So I had to like literally learn just by seeing and keep making wrong exit after exit, bro, and learn how to like find my way throughout Orlando.
So were you just located in a place that you didn't have service, or you just couldn't afford a phone for a minute?
Nah, I didn't have, bro. I couldn't afford no bill. I didn't have no bill. I couldn't afford no bill at the moment.
Wow.
So like that's what I was working for. So I was trying to get like starting like
get
to
back
this day,
to it.
bro. Like I'm making sure, like me and my sister making sure that bill do not cut off, bro. Like that's never gonna happen again, bro. But yeah, man. So at that time, like I didn't have no service. You feel me? So like.
So did you sort of make all this album like either during that?
It was like during all of this, bro.
Yeah.
It was during everything. Like every time, every single song has a purpose. You know what I'm saying? I'm never just saying bullshit. Like, I rap in like a fun kid type kind of way sometimes. But it's a huge purpose and it's a heavy purpose. I promise.
At least what you're usually aiming for and everything. Trying to
never like. I think it's very like. I don't want to say it's disgraceful, because like I really think it's awesome to have fun. Like I think Lil Yachty actually like paved the way of like just having fun in your music, and I really love that. Like I follow that. You know what I'm saying? But I just think it's disgraceful when just people just say stupid violent shit for no reason. You know what I'm saying? So like I like to, if I say a word and it comes to mind and I don't know what it means, I go in the dictionary, bro.
Find it, figure it.
Yeah, and then put it on there. But yeah, man, like basically no service is about just about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just viewing things in a different light. You know what I'm saying? Like once you start viewing the world differently, try to do things differently.
Yeah, no, I can speak to a no service environment on account of like my dad's property, which is like way north here of Orlando. Mm-hmm. My dad has built like a little wooden apparatus that's literally designed to hold just a phone at about like hip height. And he just puts it there while he works like in his shop and stuff while he's up there.
I think that's
because like if he's got it on him or inside of any extra like defense from cellular signal, not a damn thing. So like when I go up there, I've also just come to grasp that like one, I don't care what's on my phone. Like if my Airbnb stuff is good, I leave my phone there in the room, and you get about 4 days up there and you start like just like your mind just like flushes from all that regular upkeep of like your life in a way, but also just how much you're just staring at your phone on dumb shit.
Yeah.
You're just staring at trees, like some hippie sounding shit, but like you're sitting out there long enough, either working on your car, staring at trees, chilling out, and your phone's just away. Yeah. And you know even if you had it, you couldn't look at anything.
Yeah. And
it took me a week to get back to normal, my normal like anxiety-ridden current lifestyle. So like I hear no service, and someone could construe as a very silly, premise. I'm like, no, like if you figured out how to not use your phone for like 4 days, it kind of like can, and properly evaluate, you could blow your mind on how
man.
You end up perspective would change.
The biggest thing that comes from that is comparison. Like, with how many people and how quickly we can spread information, people tend to compare themselves to each other.
Yeah.
And that just hinders your own ability to analyze your current circumstances and build from that.
Yeah.
But if you separate yourself from the comparisons of what everybody else is doing, you start to really focus in on what is actually like there in your life and building from that, instead of your desires and your wishes, which can distort into fantasies and really mess up your own mind, especially as an artist where your imagination is your value.
Yeah. Your own creative pieces instead of obsessing over others' creative genius, basically.
Yeah. I mean, originality versus like imitation, but that's even like too simple
of a comparison or a metaphorical thing.
Yeah.
Well, there's like, I think it's something about like there's nothing original because everything's already been done, but there's something that has been articulated in terms of at least actors and artistry, is that if you're not bringing like something that's true about like yourself to what you're doing, even though you're doing Hamlet or Shakespeare for like, the billionth time now in, English theater, American theater, you should still be bringing a part of yourself to the experience, to the art form. And that's where I think like that comparison mindset you're running on is like a critical understanding of looking at your past week instead of the past week of hits from a billion other people.
Yeah, honestly, but there is something to be said about the competitive drive that comes from seeing other people succeed.
Yeah.
And knowing that their success is nowhere near tied to your success.
Yeah.
But still, for some reason, finding some sort of motivation.
Yeah.
Like their success, obviously, I want the best for everybody who deserves the best.
Yeah.
But if I see somebody succeed in a way that I have been unable to, and I've tried to, it definitely sparks a fire that makes me want to be better. And it's crazy because that's like almost denounced in this new wave of philosophy that's coming about. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's like, no, we shouldn't compete, but it's like
competition in a very healthy, like small dose is immensely impactful.
I mean, it's primal.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, always is. Just an instinct.
It pushes you to do better.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't ever think of a story where somebody who has achieved greatness was not pushed there.
Yeah, bro.
By somebody who was on the same path to greatness.
Yeah, yeah.
Alexander Hamilton and Burr.
And what's crazy is that they both achieved it because they pushed each other to achieve it.
Yeah.
It's like,
I feel like you're trying to drive a narrative with a.
I'm not trying to drive nothing.
I'm not trying to drive anything.
I don't have a license.
But,
I'm speaking truth. JK, I have a license. Don't misinterpret that.
Yeah, man. So that's
So
what.
do you,
Like, I
do
don't
you
know, I
have?
guess.
So I'm gonna. So I've understood, at least listening to other artists, like Ed Sheeran had a good breakdown for this. Like regardless of your opinion on his type of music, is that whenever an artist makes something, it's kind of for them and they have their own interpretation. But once you release it to the rest of the world, their interpretations sort of kind of take over.
Oh yeah.
So like, the question I want to kind of drive at you, if we actually had like a track list breakdown, is that can you articulate what each track means to you, or would you be interested in articulating what each track means to you before the audience receives it in a few days and starts, running on their own interpretations and on their own vibes and how like your music relates to their lives?
Okay. Well.
And also for all involved, like about a fist distance or whatnot with the mic is probably a good standard.
Facts.
Don't be shy about moving this thing around.
Fist distance. Or...
Yeah. Like don't be shy about moving that mic around.
Oh yeah, I be touching this thing the whole time.
Yeah, like touch it often. Care for it. Love on it.
Don't misinterpret.
No, don't be shy about it. Move that fucker around. Stop acting like it's.
Oh, no, I ain't trying to.
Ain't no China doll, bitch. Touch that thing. Manhandle that thing.
Yikes.
I'm gonna be careful with you, bro. I'm gonna be careful with you. Alright.
You ain't gotta be.
Alright, so.
I got two backups. Don't fuck with me. Like.
My nigga say scrap. Okay. So, damn. Like each or like.
You can this is an open question for you. If you don't want to do it at all, we can move on to something else, man.
All right, so I'll
What's
give you like three of them.
What's the price of China and China? Like.
I'll give you like three of them. Like, one of them is called. One of them is actually called No Service.
Mm-hmm.
And like I released that one on I didn't release it like I like
that
kind of like opened up No Service, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I was about to drop an album.
Yeah.
Voicemail really did actually, but No Service, that one like a lot of people was actually excited about. It actually got played at a dance jam. It was called If This Isn't Love by K Soul and V3 and one of the people that's in V3 named Buckwheat.
Okay.
He played it for me, man. Like he just hit me up and was like, "Yo, like, let me get that song, bro. I'm gonna play that. If This Isn't Love," because it was an R&B jam.
Yeah.
And like he played, and it's like more of an R&B type of song. So they ended up playing it. And man, shout out to y'all, bro. I really appreciate that. Like, that's so much love, bro.
And being a dancer and having dancers dance to your own music.
Yeah,
is
it's like
I gotta feel that. Yeah.
That shit's like. It's
That's
like
gotta be like
blessing.
next level
Buckwheat
magic.
knows. Buckwheat
Yeah,
knows.
it's
That's
a
probably why
blessing.
he wanted to give you the same experience because he feels like
he
you
really
deserve
did.
it.
He really did, man. And like, I mean, I definitely hope, what I'm saying, we keep doing something like that. Even if not, bro, I'm definitely blessed that happened, bro, for real. And then one of like, you know what I'm saying, somebody I like used to like really like look up to as a dancer as well, named Energy. He's a like dope artist as well.
Mm-hmm.
He ended up, being one of the ones that danced to it.
Yeah.
And then he also was ironic because he also had hit me up. Was like, "Yo, man, I can't wait to this, kind of drop." I was like, "Man, that's cool, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's starting to reach out to people. Like,
Yeah.
So, I just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of the ones that I just like.
It sort of sounds like at least like you're getting like your music's connecting with people on some level.
Yeah,
right? Which
you know
is
what I'm
like
saying?
that's I think. Depending on what you're aiming for, that could be everything you're looking for and what you
Yeah.
want out of what you're creating.
I think that's always what I'm aiming for.
Could you move that bottle to the left a little bit, please? Just push it like that way a bit.
This way.
Yeah.
Oh.
There we go. Now I can see what I'm looking for.
Shit.
Good.
Boom.
Making sure we can hear you on the fucking thing.
Oh, can y'all hear me? Oh, thanks.
No, we're
But
got one fucker on track.
But nah, like, yeah, like that's what I'm always aiming for, bro. Is like to connect with people. You know what I'm saying? So like most of the times, my best songs come out when I'm just feeling the fuck out that shit. Like, you know what I mean? And
You
then,
just
like,
get that vibe, grab in
Yeah.
studio, and just try to write it down, get it down.
Yeah, right, and I'll go
mix it
back,
out.
make sure like things sound right, this sounds right, like this and that, like redo some lyrics sometimes, and you know what I'm saying, and then it'll kick. So
is there? Because I don't exactly. I had like trombone till like 7th grade, so like my musical inclination is pretty limited. Like I really want to get into like hip hop dance style because that's just vibe with me more than anything. But I have never properly like gone into it. Like I went to ballroom for a while. So like my sort of question for you, because I got a quick documentary of like when Eminem was one of the first people that actually brought lyrics to Dre before Dre made the beat. So it sounded like the usual process is the beat's made and then the lyrics are put over the beat. Something like that. That's a layman's interpretation of that
but
game.
it's easier for most people.
Yeah.
Because like the beat establishes where the melody should follow.
Yeah.
And the melody in a lot of cases with rap is the vocals. Is the lyricism.
Yeah.
And that's like you see Kendrick like takes over every single one of his songs because his lyricism is the melody and the melody is what we care about. The harmony is great. The beat and the rhythm is great, but it all supports the melody. Like the melody is the central part, and that's why rap is so focused on rhythm and poetry because that's the melody.
Yeah. That's why I fuck with, like, man, like, I don't know, bro. I don't really give a fuck if it's commercial to say. I really like. He's inspirational, bro. Like, because what he just said, like what Eric just said, is the reason why I rap how I rap, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He take over the beat. He don't let that beat like take over him.
Do you rap too, or what's your artist?
I mean, I write. I'm a writer and actor.
That nigga freestyle sometimes.
But I freestyle because a lot of my friends like to rap.
So this is your little intro.
I mean, I'm a dancer, so I have rhythmic capabilities, and I'm a writer, so I have lyrical capabilities, and they co-align sometimes.
Bro, you can be that, bro.
But I'm not a freestyle or rapper persona.
Yeah,
that's not my persona.
That's not an aesthetic that you are inclined towards.
I mean, the aesthetic is whatever it is, but I'm just not my persona. That's just not the mask I wear.
Yeah. Real quick, because I am reading chat actually, because I saw what do we got? Unlucky Gaming, whoever this is, phone on vibrate, Tori. They say.
Who said that?
Unlucky Gaming, whoever that is.
So I
think they're. No, I think it's your phone betraying Torian right now, man.
My phone is on vibrate.
Your phone was vibrate the whole time. I don't know.
Yeah,
his phone called. He had a phone call, yeah.
Oh, from Zach. We got, hold on, who is this?
Get exposed. I need to put my shit on vibrate, too. Actually, I got like 2 phones to like monitor.
My phone is on vibrate. Don't ever come at me with that shit again.
Don't test me on that shit, boy. I will murder you.
Somebody just asked me if I can read. Zach Gatono. How you say this?
I don't worry about it.
He said, I don't worry about it.
I don't worry about it, man. Stay present on it.
Can you read?
Yeah, I don't know why you said that.
Stay present on it. I just want to make sure we're like, because I was like curious about that because I get very few chat like interactions.
No, man, that's all good.
So then, all right, let's run it back then. So yeah, we were trying to actually run on at least you trying to articulate a track or as many tracks as you want to run through. Mm-hmm. That what do they actually like sort of mean to you before the audience starts running their own narrative of what each track sort of means.
Beam me up.
I get it. That. No service though. Like that just mean like basically what I already kind of explained like at the beginning of that like just being on neutral and not understanding like your surroundings. You know what I mean? So like and then like it's also tied to like somebody that I used to like date type thing.
Yeah.
Like
so.
a lot of the songs actually like I'm just releasing a lot off.
A lot of emotional stuff, relationship stuff.
Yeah, because like I don't really like to just let people in on that type of stuff. Like when I vent to people, I feel like I don't know if some of y'all always feel like people not really listening. So like I don't want to even waste my time and try to vent like that. Yeah. Like you know what I'm saying. So
So you'd sooner vent through your music than try to just conversate it out.
Yeah, and I don't mind that. Like you know what I'm saying. Like I feel like that's the best place to do it. You feel me? So that one's more just like you know what I'm saying, kind of feeling like I was on neutral during a relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, and like just in life generally as well.
Yeah.
So like that's what No Service is about. Beat me up. I'll get to beat me up.
Yeah, apparently it's Eric's favorite over here.
I think it's a banger.
Yeah.
You think it's a banger?
I think it's a banger. I think it's one of the biggest bangers on the track. Toe with the Boot is probably something else. I don't know. Toe and Boots, is that what it's called?
Oh, no, man. Like, we gonna have to see about that one now.
We're in a competition on who thinks which track is hyper on your album, bro.
Like, no, bro.
And you and Eric about to go to blows. Like, no, it's your fire track. Shut the fuck up, man. Sit down.
Shit fire. You don't know what you're talking about, Toe.
I haven't even heard all the tracks. He's keeping it hush hush.
Yeah, respect.
2 more days, bro.
Countdown.
So yeah, bro. Like, Beat Me Up is that's about like.
Was this you and Point Sienna just headbanging your way
bro,
through?
Like Dead ass. Like, so basically, this is one of those occasions when you end up just finding the beat.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of found the beat, and I was like,
You make your own beats and stuff?
I mean,
I do you do front to back?
But for
and
this
everything?
one, I did not want to make my own beats yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, nah. So like,
So you mostly do the lyrics for your music at this
just
point?
the lyrics. Like, I shout out all the people. Like, I do the free YouTube videos, and I know so many managers, ARs, and producers go tell me about these YouTube videos and this and
Mm-hmm.
that. I don't give a fuck. It's like it's like my first like album, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I don't care. I'm about to hit these YouTube videos and like, you know, YouTube beats, and just if
Find
it's free,
good
and
things,
say,
and then
as long as you shout out credit, like as long as you shout them out, bro, you're fine.
Yeah, yeah.
So I shout them out immensely. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Especially when I'm gonna like drop it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I have to keep shouting them out.
Yeah.
So that like they're gonna be good. But yeah, Beat Me Up is just about like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't it's kinda hard to explain because like it's basically about like it's kinda tying off a song I already dropped called Sick and Tired.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And by the way, me and my friend Tina, More Visions, I'm pretty sure my nigga go be into we're doing a documentary called Sick and Tired. So had to throw that out, promotion ads and stuff. So
All right, so we got another release date podcast to throw through here. Very much.
Sure.
Right.
Bring Tina in on it.
I tried to get her here, but
We got another
she's
mic.
busy. But
Yeah, no, we can hit up to 5 mics actually. I got the set for it, so she just have to wear like a gaming headset for the thing, but yeah, no, we can get a fifth on. Right.
Alright, yeah. So Beat Me Up is like about like I'm just kind of tired of shit that go down in the world, and I don't want to live here anymore.
Like
You know what
some
I'm
Gen Z level depression shit right here, man. Like some straight out of Tumblr. I don't want to live
Like,
here anymore. The boomers
yeah,
have ruined it all.
Bro,
shit.
like I'm tired of like I'm not tired of the world. I'm tired of like the actions. I don't even want to say I'm tired of people. I'm tired of actions. You know what I'm saying?
I like that separation.
You
Just
feel me?
irresponsible movements and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Irresponsible movements because
Yeah.
it's not always the people.
Yeah.
Sometimes people just like
They have to do.
battling through things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And sometimes people just be like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna do this. See,
Yeah.
now that's your actions. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I don't fuck with that. Like, people just starting to do the most craziest things to like people's sons, daughters,
Mm-hmm.
mothers, like fathers, all that
Yeah.
shit, man. Even grandparents, bro, babies.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting like, you know, every single day I like relate to the saying that we already living on hell.
Mm-hmm.
And it sucks to say, but like, you know what I'm saying? I sometimes I feel that way.
Yeah.
So
Well, we live in Florida. That doesn't.
yeah,
happen,
and it's fucking hot out here, boy. And then it's raining tomorrow. But yeah, like, and that's kind of like what Beat Me Up is about. Like, it's like I don't live here no more. Beat me up, Scotty. Come on, they killing hell, ho.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then it's just like, and then in the verse I'm like, I'm ready to get to the bottom of it. Follow the kid. I'm flipping off the lids and shit, breaking the wrist. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying like,
Fast.
I'm ready to
ready
just
to
like
go.
quit this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is fucked
Did
up.
the track land like some Beat Me Up Scotty, like actual sound sample from Star Trek and shit?
Yeah, I had to find a way to physically
Make
have
the
people
sound.
understand that I don't want to not necessarily fucking die,
Yeah.
but I don't want to be here. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It's somewhere else. So I said, Beat
When
Me
you
Up,
play
Scotty.
the progress to
Yeah.
progress to a better timeline.
Yeah. And that was the name of the beat on YouTube. So it just all played out amazing.
Beat Me Up.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Beat Me Up. It just
Wow.
played out amazing. Like, so.
That's a pretty easy way to promote. It's like Beat Me Up
Right.
Scotty.
Mhm.
I like to recognize the audio track as well as the lyrical play out from this track. So
Probably.
Mhm.
I mean,
So-
Star Trek is a lot.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
Beat Me Up, Scotty has a whole culture behind it.
it sure does, bro. So like, yeah, and that's another reason. You know what I'm saying?
oh yeah, no,
Tie into different cultures.
Quick connection
bro.
there,
Like,
yeah.
you feel me? So
yeah,
I mean, the Star Trek. I mean, any Star Trek. Pick one of the Voyager, whichever one you want to
Yeah.
identify with. It spans many generations.
Mhm.
The Star Trek ship has always been one of like a mutual meeting ground.
yeah,
for
yeah.
A lot of the species.
Well, that's been the whole premise of Star Trek since its inception.
It's like a coalition of the species
Yeah.
among the galaxy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Beat me up, Scotty.
Come on.
Like the ship is the ideal integration
Of my escape, bro.
Yeah.
of all the cultures.
Yeah.
Like a utopia.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's what it represents. Like getting
That's
out of
exactly
here.
what I think of it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like not necessarily like you ever seen Thor Ragnarok?
Uh huh.
You know the big ship where like they fit like so many people on it, and they're
Yeah,
just
yeah.
trying to find a new home.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I thought of. Like, you know,
You're just on like we need to find a better place to
we
live.
just need to find a
than-
better place, man. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of people also, like, I mean, I don't always agree with this. A lot of people always say that, like, you know, like humans are a disease,
Nah,
and like
man.
I get that, I guess, but at the same time, I don't. because
Such a
it's like-
pessimistic like viewpoint.
right? You know what I'm
like-
saying? It really is, because I feel like nature help us out, and we have to do the same thing for nature.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? So like, I feel like it all balances out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we won't be here for a reason. You feel me? Type shit.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know, but I'll just get to the third one. Third one.
Like you can run through on.
Yeah, let me think about
I'm
it.
not forcing your hand on every
Oh,
track here. It's
I got
like
recording.
it's like you
I
got
got
highlights or
voicemail.
something.
Do the ones you have videos for.
That's only 2. I got. Okay, I'll do voicemail and aux. Aux is about to drop. I'm probably about to drop that the same day as the album. So,
Uh-huh.
so look out for the video.
So
and
real
look
quick,
out
real
for
quick.
the album.
Let's do this. Quick look at yourself. Let's drop that mic down and bring it closer to your chest.
My chest.
Yeah,
Like
like,
this.
but bring it further my way. Bring it further my way.
Like this?
Just so
Oh.
yeah. Trying to make sure your face isn't
A
blocked
little
too
bit
much.
more down.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's kind of, I think right about there
Right
should
there?
be pretty good. Yeah.
Alright,
Because you're putting your face like right in front of the mic and shit.
I don't know, man. I'm
It's
like
like-
a little.
This lighting also ain't good for
I'm like
like.
that, bro. Like, I'll hide my face anywhere, nigga. Like, I just do
I
that.
will hide anywhere.
I just do that. Like, I just
I
like
will
my
hide
face a
anywhere.
lot.
That's some.
Where do you want me to hide? Let me know. I will hide there.
That's some German Jewish jokes right there. bro. Like,
German Jewish jokes.
ready to hide everywhere. Fuck.
Like, oh man, I just like that. I don't know.
Eric's just like,
like the,
not sure about that one. Not sure about that one.
I just like
You
to
know?
hide my face and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, bro. Like the.
So what's the next
voicemail.
track? Yeah,
voicemail.
voicemail's the next one up.
Yeah, voicemail, bro. That was like the shit that made me be like, I'm definitely dropping I'm dropping an album, and it's gonna be based off of a fucking phone. When I did this and all that shit. So I was like, I have to make something relevant to a phone.
Yeah.
And then like, you know, it just came to me, bro, like out of nowhere. I just ended up writing this shit. And so basically like voicemail is like, I don't know how to explain it. I'll get back to like the beginning, because at the beginning there's like a point when there's a voicemail actually like happening, and it's like explaining shit.
Just some Drake shit.
Yeah. Yeah. So like
You're like, did you get permission to use that voicemail
Right,
before you
right.
threw it on the track, man? Like.
So like basically like voicemail is just like, you know what I'm saying, just introducing a new me. You know what I'm saying? Like a new style, a new
Well,
flow.
okay, so like before we got to this, I was trying to throw a little bit of promo on the IG and stuff like that, and I showed you the pictures I was thinking about because I like what they look like. But
Oh,
you were
yeah.
like, no, throw these newer ones.
Yeah, I throw these newies.
And I was like, all right, so like, are you running on like a whole new sort of image for yourself since some of those?
I guess you could say that, yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always be me at the end of the day, but you know what I'm saying?
yeah. But there's an evolution
It's
play
a,
here.
yeah, it's an evolution play.
Yeah.
Exactly, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't feel like that person anymore.
No,
Like, you know
that's
what I'm
fair.
saying?
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, so like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like who I am today.
So voicemail is
So-
sort of like you phoning in a message just to let the world know
Boom.
things are changing.
Exactly.
That's word.
Exactly. Voicemail is that as like, hey, I'm leaving y'all this voicemail that this is about. The reason why it's a voicemail and not a call,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is because on a call, you're calling,
Having a
keep, you know what I'm
conversation,
saying?
yeah.
Keep hitting people up, be like, hey, I'm leaving. Now I'm gonna leave you a voicemail because I'm out this bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying?
like,
I'm
not
gonna
even.
let you know. Yeah, I'm
I'm
gonna
not
let you
waiting
know.
for you to pick up.
Yeah,
like,
I'm gonna let
here
you
it
know,
is.
and then I'm like a warning. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving
Nah.
you this. You
Nah,
feel
I
me?
appreciate that.
And I'm out. Like, you know what
I
I'm
like
saying?
that.
Yeah.
I like that.
So like that, like that's I really love voicemail. A lot of people
About to
think,
throw this thing in about to do some Kid Cudi shit to this shit and do a full length feature film or some shit.
yeah,
Like,
man, like shit, bro.
Mm,
Like, but a lot of people like, you know, a lot of people say what they gotta say about certain music I make. Some people only fuck with certain points of certain music that I make.
Yeah.
But like, it's like, it's, right. I was like, that shit's water, by the way.
yeah,
but,
he ain't mixing vodka with scotch right
Cause that
now,
nigga
boss.
said 2 shots of vodka, blue, nigga. But yeah, a lot of people like they only fuck with certain points of my music, certain styles of my music.
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
not like all of it.
Yeah,
That's
but
okay,
like,
bro.
so
Like,
you gotta run the question, like, how varied is your music style
Right.
anyway?
like it's different, bro. Like, I just rap.
yeah,
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know what my style is. I just do that shit. Like,
Yeah.
You feel me? So, yeah, man. And, like, that's why I understand. That's why I just be like, all right, whatever. Like,
yeah,
you don't fuck with it. I know somebody else that will. Like, you feel me?
yeah.
But, yeah, so, like,
You run on some Madonna, David Bowie shit because they're like two of the only big time names that ever sort of had a fan base that understood, or that as they put it to their fan base, that I'm always changing. Most things are like we were talking about on the way over, like Garth Brooks.
Yeah.
Like Garth Brooks went fucking huge in the countryside, and he tried to do something different. He got burned alive on it.
Yeah.
But like Madonna and David Bowie have at least been voiced as some of the only like artists that made
do
it clear,
something
like it was a
different
part of their
shit, bro.
brand that I'm always going to be having a different look, a different music style, a different everything.
Uh-huh.
So
Well,
you
they were also dependent on. They were also established in the one of the most transitionary times of the country.
Well, they went through 3
And, like,
decades basically.
They went through the 70s, 80s, and into the 90s.
Yeah.
And that was the time. Like, I mean, David Bowie didn't die until the late 2000s, but
Yeah.
his influence was between the 60s to the
Yeah,
80s.
like big time stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, he says stuff like, he's like, I was gay just to have sex with Mick Jagger. Like, his last the
One track
the
mindset.
album he released right after he died, called Black Star, was about how when he was like at his peak, he was into some of the like some real occult shit,
Yeah.
some like real occult stuff, like, and you listen, like Black Sabbath and Ozzy Osbourne and all the other people of that era. It's like the time that they were in was something for them in
Yeah.
the musical
It was a lot,
industry.
bro.
It was it's crazy, and so like to think about our time now, it's like not even that different. If you think about the time now, it's like the normalcy of drug culture.
Yeah.
Like how the music and the art needs, every single thing needs to be different from the last, or it doesn't have,
Like, it's still
feet.
here.
Yeah.
It's still here, bro.
So it's weird.
But
It's
yeah,
definitely
man.
it's definitely a weird little thing to think about, comparing yourself to periods of that time, because it's not the same. It's not the same, but it's also not that different.
No.
Yeah.
Like
you
you could still call that era trap. It's that's a weird thing to think about, but it's like it exemplifies trap.
Yeah, it's just more of like people know now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, but like, I don't know. In a sense of like, not in the negative aspects, but in the positive aspects, I could definitely say, yeah, man, I feel him on that. Like he wanted to change the world in ways, and like that's what I want to do. Like sometimes, man, like it's tough though, cause like when you get older, you start realizing that you just like another person. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
But
Well, what is it? Like your body replaces like every cell.
Every
within,
7
like,
years.
Every 7 years or some shit like that.
But even then, you're also one of almost 8 billion people on this planet.
like, right,
Yeah.
like that's what I'm saying. It's just like, but then like you gotta also have that conscience in your head. Some people let it die out. You gotta have that conscience in your head. Like, nah, bro, like you one in a million. You feel me?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, that is almost surely the ego.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people talk about destroying the ego. And it's like not 100%, because destroying the ego takes with it your self-esteem
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and your
Well, some
ability
postmodernity shit.
ability to determine your place in everything.
Yeah.
But
Well, I think like.
the ego can also cause you to
Well-
pridefully.
Well, that scale could be equated to like a pride scale. Ego versus pride. Like, same thing, equivocal. Like, if you play too much pride in yourself, then you'll get blinded to like what needs to be done for like
sure.
the best things. But if you don't have pride in like yourself, your work, and how you like live your
You'll
life,
never be given the opportunities to.
well, you're not
do
exactly gonna be an
things.
exemplary individual. It's like, how do you respect someone who doesn't respect himself, kind of thing. You want some of those.
You can't.
nuts, boy.
You can't respect someone who doesn't respect themselves, because
Yeah.
they know themselves better than you could ever. So
Mhm.
if they don't respect themselves, then what the fuck are you
Why-
gonna do?
why would I
Yeah,
respect
yeah.
That's like looking at data
Nah.
that says you will most surely fail,
Yeah.
and then just going for it
Yeah.
because you're like, wait a minute, that's wrong. But it's not. If that person can't believe in themselves and they know themselves better than you ever could, there's two things that are happening. Either they've been convinced that they are not worthy,
Mhm.
which means that they are easily influenced,
Yeah.
or it means that they are not worthy, which is also.
Or it means that they are not.
Or it means that whatever they think about themselves is justified. And I'm not saying we should forsake them, but you should not give them responsibilities that could determine your. You know what I mean? Never give up on somebody. You should never give up on somebody.
It's that classic thing of like, you meet someone, you see their full living situation, you see all the potential, and you look at it and you go, how much time have they had to actualize their own potential? Like the potential of their talent, their situation, their household, their studio, their art, and you go like, I can't make you become the golden unicorn that I see that I like I'm visualizing. And if they're not really like running at it and like doing any type of work towards that unicorn, for like a silly but like legitimate like metaphorical metaphor here, like if you're not even trying to chase your own unicorn of what is very clearly like a fantastic opportunity, there is no good full reason for me to assist you in the chase.
Yeah, bro.
If you're not even chasing yourself.
Like.
Yeah.
Because I've met someone like that, and that's like, you know, love the guy to death. I see exactly what he's dealing with in his life and everything, and I see the potential of like what's going on around him, and I go like, I have to stop myself from injecting my ideas or my effort, because the actual best version is he contacts me and goes, hey, I'm trying to do this and I actually need your help, or I want your help.
For
to
sure.
like expedite it, or you know, it's a 2-man job. The moment they call me, it's like, all right, you already have like the internal motivation, the fire to actually do it. All I'm doing is just helping throw coal on.
Mm-hmm.
Last thing you want to do is try to make coal in someone else's fire, because then it's just a pit.
You help them put it into action.
You're just throwing rocks down a ravine, hoping you fill it up one day.
That's true. I mean, the spark is the important part. As long as they have a spark, I think they'll be willing to give.
Well, spark in the feed.
What do you
Some people,
Bro.
I'll run it on that you've worked with more artists. There's a lot of artists that you meet that they'll have a spark for a week. I think he just wants nuts, period. Like, you hang out with planners. There's artists that you've met that have a spark for a week and then they just don't kindle it anymore.
Yeah. And that's because they haven't figured themselves out.
Yeah. Or they've been like committed to
Which
like.
is not a bad thing.
No. It's a work in progress,
But to consider yourself an artist when you don't even know what you are, it's bad for the name of the artist.
That's not going. Yeah.
It's terrible
No matter
for the
what
artist.
you're doing, bro, that shit's not gonna work, bro.
Because now artists are seen as indecisive.
Yeah.
And when in reality, to create art, you have to be. To create art, you have to be decisive.
Yeah.
Art is new. Art is innovation. Art is expression.
Yeah.
And if you don't decide on that, you're not expressing anything.
Yeah.
You're just following a technique, or you're following an image or something like that.
Ooh, I have a fun thing. So there's this, I have a couple, like, I call them online mentors, like people that I've never met, but their lectures, their talks, their videos equate to, like, me, like, really adopting a lot of what they say. So Simon Sinek is a guy that I've been following for a long time, and he actually had a conversation. Instead of, like, presenting something like at a TED Talk or 99U, he had a chat with a bunch of artists, mostly performance artists and whatnot in New York. And so he gave them his working definition that he's been going at for a couple years of what is art. And I'm going to try to remember them all right now. Damn it. So one of the critical ones was presentation. Fuck me, I think I wrote these down somewhere. But he had 3 metrics that define what art actually is. Is that I think it had to do with like original creation, presentation, and reception. So the distinct comparison is that for someone who just writes or makes paintings but hides them under the bed, that's not art, because it's just a hobby. It's just sitting there and you're not presenting it to be received. So it's the creation, the presentation, and the reception. And that's where ridiculous things like putting a toilet in the middle of an exhibit is actually art, because it's been received as art, per se. So I kind of wanted to more effectively like present that articulation and see how that reverbs off of you two of, I'm just going to say this now, I could be misquoting his working definition, but it is creation, presentation, and then the reception. Those are the three things that actually define a work, anything, as art. So like, and he took the extreme example just to like give a little more elaboration, is that for pornography, either you have a masturbatory aid or you have well shot pornography that is presented and then is then received as art. Like, it may be pornographic, but it's not. It's been now presented somewhere that's not like Pornhub or YouPorn. It's been presented like at an exhibit. It's presented like with the intention of it being construed or portrayed as something artistic.
I get what you're saying. That's
Because if you were just making music and just leaving it in your library all day, is it really art?
I don't.
It's sort of what that's driving at.
I do not like that.
Yeah.
I do not like doing that, bro. I'll never just. That's just like dumb. Like, I don't get. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know if like, don't quote me, but that's just not.
Like, you have to share
you feel
what you
me?
make.
Like not even just have to share what you make. Like, it's just like, what you doing? Why are you doing that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if some people might just do it for like their enjoyment, but it's just like, I don't know. Like, I feel like, look, that's okay.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, saving your own vote, do it for your own enjoyment. But like, I just don't like when you try to establish that you are an artist and like that you rap and that you put this out and you want to put this type of stuff out.
But you never put it out.
But you never, you never put any action towards it. You just keep it in the vault.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, all right, so you just go keep it in the vault.
Then you just
keep
a bank.
all that in the vault. Like, you
then
feel
you use
me?
the banker.
Yeah.
Use the banker for your own artistry.
Yeah, I don't like. That's just not cool, low key, because so many people that like even put shit out that they scared to put out. You know what I'm saying? And they just, you know what I'm saying? It changed their life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, I mean, I don't know if I'm thinking too deep on it, but that's just how I think about it, bro. Like, you feel me? Like,
I feel you on that for sure. I'm waiting for Eric to like jump in on this, but like, I'll feel on the either if you're just keeping it in a vault, then you're just a banker. You're just playing bank keeper to your jazz, and if you're not putting that out there, then you, like, by at least the Simon definition, it's not art.
Yeah, it's just like so you can call yourself this or that.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? It's like,
well, like, I think that's where I think we both sort of get this as creatives, because I was letting him know when we were on our way to pick you up that I've got a batch of friends that I play video games with all the time. So we ran through Pummel Party, which is like this more violent looking version of Mario Party. You know, just tabletop, go around the map, collect shit, get trophies, yada yada. And so the group that I game with often is very giving, to where like if you do a raw recording, it'll be entertaining without any additions. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to just doing a plain raw recording of some plastics. It'll be just some really shallow looking shit. So I do that. I throw on my stuff. And like the peak enjoyment for me of what I've created out of like that raw recording plus some editorial stuff, just cuts, images, text or whatnot, and then just passing around the people that were even fucking a part of the recording is just really satisfying as someone who's like a creator. So like, you know, jumping from that.
The artist, the art, and the audience.
Yeah.
I mean, without any of those elements, then
it's not art. Then,
like, what are you expressing? If it's
exactly.
Not, if like you're not expressing anything, if it's not received by anybody.
Would you call it meditative then? If it's not expressing them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't necessarily know if there's art comes from meditation, and meditation can be art.
Mm-hmm.
But like meditation is not inherently art. I don't believe.
No.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I said like it's okay if you do that, because like I agree with it being meditation, like as if like I said, like I like to vent about it in my music. Yeah. But I also like to share it and try to relate to people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But if you like to just vent, just let stuff out in music, that's okay. You're just not an artist. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, let's
like,
go back to the expression term, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just letting stuff out.
Art,
and it's
art
just for
is
you.
expression. And that's where I'm coming from.
Exactly.
Art is expression. Without an expression aspect, it's not art.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll dance for like 2 hours with never looking up.
Yeah.
Facts.
Because I'm not worried about anybody watching me dance.
Facts.
Yeah. It's the meditative quality of like my body is now active and my mind finds a place to
physically express.
Yeah. And it's not like, and even then, like, the expression itself does not necessarily create it. I mean, it is art. I think expression is art.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're not I mean, it's really tough because I could
it's
listen
tough, bro,
and
like,
agree with an argument.
Yeah, you know what I'm
to
saying?
whatever.
Like, cause like the more we talk about it, I'm like, I mean, I guess it could definitely still be art. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm not trying to say it's like not art or whatever. I'm just trying to say, don't call yourself a rap artist. You feel me?
If you're not putting it out there for the for an
Yeah,
audience.
like, you know what I'm saying, and doing what you need to do, to, like, you know what I'm saying, make that happen. You feel me?
Yeah.
But like I said, if it's something other than that, then like I don't know about that. Then that is what you is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's if you like doing it for meditation, or you are just an artist that just
yeah,
wanna,
then
like,
it's
share it
just,
for
it's
yourself.
meditation, it's therapeutic,
okay.
it's a hobby.
I think that
Right.
comes down all the way down to, it goes all the way down to, are you practicing what you preach?
Right. You know what I'm
And
saying?
that comes down
Exactly,
to, like, that
yeah.
just comes to your consistency, that comes down to your
Are
cohesion
you practicing what you
across
preach?
yourself. Like, your art is going to represent who you are, and if you're not able to maintain that cohesion, then neither is your art. And it's
Big facts.
like that's a big thing in a lot of artists that are coming up, is a lot of people see the success that true artists find
Mm-hmm.
because other people are so entranced by it. They're like, wow, that is what true art is.
Yeah.
I have not experienced that yet. And they want to learn, they want to experience it, they want to be a part of it. But that success comes from like a lot. Success
Yeah.
comes from really and truly understanding your art as it is. Like, you'll see art, like, the reason so many people fuck with certain artists is because of how it's like set in who they are.
Yeah.
Like,
I think I got an example. I have a few examples that come to mind. Like for stand-up, it's like Dave Chappelle, but the music one I think of is like Kid Cudi. Is that there's a certain thing where, like, for the reference that I have to example is that Simon Sinek loves Guillermo del Toro, and I think there's a huge following for Guillermo del Toro, even though not every movie is a bombshell, is a bomb piece. It's that you really like what they do, and I think a lot of us have that for Kid Cudi in the music area, is that he had a lot of good high points with Man on the Moon and other tracks from back in that day, to where even when we go through the one album, where it's just a fire explosion, it was like a mediocre album, but we're still sort of waiting for like the next round from him.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a really top tier piece of like artistry. Because like he's about to run through, there's a bunch of hype going around, and he's about to have a Netflix like episode per album track.
was that Kids See Ghosts? His collaboration?
Oh, with Kanye? That was a special piece of work. Like, I did give that a listen, and
That was 6 months ago.
6 months. That was a long time ago in my
It
mind.
was past summer, right?
No, man, Kids See Ghosts. That came out right after my mom passed in 2016, if I'm not mistaken.
No way.
Yeah,
No way.
yeah. Like it's back then, bud.
No
Like,
way.
you
It's
might have
part of-
just discovered it. Like,
you said
No.
No, I don't think that was 6 months ago
No.
either, bro.
But it might have been a year ago.
I mean, yeah, it was probably like a year ago, but I don't think that was
I'm not
6
sure.
Kids See Ghost was a part of his 4-album stint. He did Daytona with Pusha T. He did Ye. He did Kids See Ghost with Kid Cudi. And he did a 4th album. He did 4 albums in the summer. That might have been last year. That was last summer. I'm tripping. It was last summer. It was 2018. 2018 summer.
It probably was, actually.
whoa, what?
Yeah, I was like,
year.
it probably was, actually.
June 8th, 2018.
Yeah, I'm a year
Yeah,
off.
right.
I keep picturing like, because I
It
think
was
I was
last
also,
summer.
I think I was going through the Pablo one I was going through the Pablo one at the time, but I was also at Publix. I was still working retail at the time, listening to albums all the damn time, just going through my morning because I was doing overnight, so like from like midnight to like 7 a.m. to like
Life of Pablo is one of Kanye's best albums. Too.
yeah
No facts, man.
that Chance track and that Frank Bat, like that's
That
good.
Life of Pablo was hard.
Yeah, no, I remember when Kids See Ghosts came out, and I got to watch his interview with David Letterman on Netflix, and it is his discussion there on mental health really informs like the dialogue he puts in one of those tracks is like, I hate you, but I hate myself way more. Like that whole dialogue, I remember like reevaluating like that batch from that track, going like, that's some dark, deep shit right there. Like,
Well, Kanye is an authentic artist.
Yeah, man. I mean,
That's why people hate him so much. It's because other people love him so
well, he's
much.
he's unapologetically Kanye like since day one. Like,
Yeah, he is authentic to the
I
core.
miss the old Kanye. Nah, he's hard, bro. Like, I don't know.
Oh,
I don't wanna actually talk about
I'm
it.
reminded of Frank just because he's in the album. Frank Ocean has
Yeah.
always had this thing where he is nothing but Frank, and it's while his Channel Orange wasn't like classic, like some jagged edge sounding R&B. It was like Nostalgia Ultra hits really hard for a '90s kid because you're listening to that album going like, my fucking childhood is like right on this album, like right the fuck now.
Yeah,
like
bro.
there's music and vocals that tie in to like a '90s experience. And it just like, and there's been no like big R&B jazz sort of playing since like early 2000s.
Yeah, man.
You know, like Jagged Edge is the only thing I run back to because they had a recent album a few years, like in the past like year or so.
Of, Bryson Tiller and all that.
Yeah. And
That,
now
that
like
era went quick too.
yeah,
Like, that
but when
little-
so like when you have a drought of a genre, even someone that is perhaps just even mediocre is like gold made into gold. Like that's where like he has just a huge fan situation. But I still feel that Frank, since like ever, has just been Mr. Ocean. Like he's just been playing out like the Kanye level.
I mean,
of
Odd
authentic-
Future. Everyone on that.
Oh yeah,
on
they're
that
real
group
to the
succeed.
core
I
about
mean,
it. Their shit.
Taco,
yeah.
Jasper, Tyler, Sid, Frank, Haji.
Yeah.
Like they all did their own thing and they all made their own shit, and they learned from each other while they were together.
Yeah.
That's the biggest fundamental thing that a lot of collectives forget. I mean, a lot of unsuccessful collectives forget is that like you're not here together to
Compete.
determine each other's future.
Yeah.
You're here to teach each other so you can create your own future.
You're here to move as a force.
Yeah.
I mean, move as a force while you are as a force. And if you're not as a force and you're just a collaborative group,
Yeah.
like you really need to learn from each other. Like there's no point to waste your time with other people if you're not receiving some sort of spiritual or educational benefit.
Yeah.
Like there's no point.
Yeah.
That sounds a little harsh, but it's like nah. Like,
Nah.
especially not with
You're
the-
on. You keep a solid filter on who you have in your life because either they're additive or they're not a part.
Well, it's like my judgment of character is super fine tuned, because from my childhood, my grandparents were talking like hippies, spiritual awareness and stuff of that nature.
Yeah.
So it's like determining a character from energy and experience and the first impression is really good in helping to determine who you spend time with. It's like as a human being with only a certain amount of time in this life. I'm not saying to rush, because patience is a virtue. But in this life, if you have a certain destination or direction you want to go, there are decisions and things you have to be aware of. And
Yeah.
the people that you spend your time with and the things that you commit your time to are one of those things.
Yeah. Gotta have a solid filter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, let's play out.
Torian,
But yes.
why did you choose these 14 tracks for your album?
Because you probably have a bunch of other stuff like sort of chilling on the vault, maybe getting worked on or something, right?
Nah, bro.
Or
All
he
that
did.
stuff got. Yeah, I did.
And you set the vault on fire. I was like, I'll figure this out later.
Nope.
Nope. That
Someone
shit.
else
got,
did.
Yeah, somebody stole my shit, bro.
What?
Yeah. Like,
You gotta update your boy here, man. You got some tracks stolen by a motherfucker?
Yeah, like I was at EDC and shout out EDC. But like,
He had alcohol and it fucked him up, or that bad alcohol now that you watered it down?
I just drank some alcohol and it's just
It's
Terrible.
scotch, man. It's got that. But some people, they don't
pungent.
like
pungent.
So you got your shit stolen. You want to break that down? Give the mob its due justice on what your case is for this motherfucker stealing your shit, or what?
Yeah, bro. Somebody stole my shit. Like, I don't even know what happened, bro. My shit's just fucking gone. I got some suspicions, and like I had like all my singles that I was gonna drop after that album
Mm-hmm.
on that iPad, and you know, rookie mistake. I just saved it to my iPad and not to my iCloud.
So someone
Yeah.
stole the iPad, and all your track work is just on the iPad.
On the iPad, bro.
Fuck.
Yeah, bro. So, but you know, like it's a code and shit, and I put on the Find My iPad and all that shit. But
Yeah, but
yeah. So that shit was just gone, bro. Like
The good
so,
thing is that it wasn't taken by anybody. It's just gone.
Yeah, it's
They
just
had
gone,
to have reset the iPad in order
Yeah,
to
yeah,
sell
exactly.
it or
It's
use
not
it.
an artist stealing from artists. It's just like, oh, my recorder was stolen by some jackass.
Yeah,
Like,
facts. Exactly.
okay, I thought there was some.
Nah.
I was really waiting for a big narrative on that one. Actually.
Oh no, not like
It's
that.
this
Not like that.
motherfucker
But nah,
named
but
Steal
like
Your Shit
yeah,
has stolen my shit, and he's putting it on his own SoundCloud, like
yeah,
fucking
no,
me up on
that's a
Spotify.
different
Like,
story. But
That
yeah,
would
bro.
suck because you couldn't do shit about that.
Yeah,
If someone took your raw files and put it on SoundCloud,
I guess. Oh, I could beat their ass. I could like.
run through with a bat, Louisville coming through, slugging ass. Like,
they're probably gonna. Okay, never mind.
What? No, I don't give them no ideas.
It's a hypothetical.
you about to put out some bad ideas?
Yeah, I
there?
mean, like, hey, if anything, well, we're thumping. So, but yeah, like, shit, that shit got fucked up. Like,
How
it
many
just
tracks
fucked
you
me
lose
up.
on that iPad?
Bro, a lot, bro. I had a lot of tracks on that
Damn.
shit. Like even like some singles that I like even released on Instagram for some people, like just a snippet.
Yeah.
And I said I was gonna release, but I can't. 'Cause
You ain't got no,
it's on there.
you ain't got enough memory game in your
Yeah.
own head to just
Nah,
sort of
like, I do.
recreate or what?
I do. That's why I'm not bugging. Like, cause
Yeah.
I'm gonna just remake some new shit. Like,
Yeah.
you know, and I don't mind it. Even if I like, you know what I'm saying, end up finding a beat, I'll probably like add some of the old shit I had on the iPad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some new beat type shit.
So is any of that out? Any of the iPad music here on No Service, or is it just a whole bunch of new stuff for no service?
I'll probably say like 70% of it is like new stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm
So like
saying?
30% comes from the iPad,
Yeah.
iPad from what you can pull out of your head.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then 70 more, and then yeah, the other 70%.
So
like
what is
new
your
stuff.
thought wave on like all that iPad music that you're gonna have to sort of recreate? Like, is that like next album, or is that just sweet little singles to run through over the next
Sweet
few
little
years?
singles to run through.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
so like I'm gonna do some singles and shit. Next album I plan on like actually getting everything like made by the producer that produced this album.
Yeah. Okay.
Not produced, sorry, engineered.
Okay.
Different producers produced the beats in this album.
Yeah.
But like yeah, the dude that engineered it, 1990 Bubba. I'm trying to get him to do my album next.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we gonna see, man. We gonna see. We don't
Yeah.
know how things go, so you know. I don't know.
You got a tour plan at all for No Service or anything like
Oh
that?
yeah, most definitely I do.
Okay.
That's gonna actually be starting.
You got tour dates put out and everything? You got
Yeah.
on your IG or something like that?
Well, most
It's
of them.
actually yeah, we're actually gonna drop that. I think after today.
Oh.
We're gonna drop that flyer after today. So
That's good stuff.
yeah, man. Look out for the tour dates. I ain't even gonna tell you yet. Just look out for it. So I'm gonna be posting on my IG after today, and it's gonna be in collaboration with Oxygen and More Visions and possibly others. So yeah, man, look out for it. You feel me? But yeah, man, I'm excited about those.
Unlucky Gaming throwing back in on chat saying, I told you to set up iCloud. You got a committed watch right now, and they're doing nothing but criticizing your dumbass right now.
I know, bro. It's all good. I still love them though. Like, fuck it.
Whoever you are.
Whoever you are, bro. I love you, bro. But nah, like, I don't know, man. Like, the iCloud shit, like, I don't know, bro. Like, I was a rookie in the shit, bro. Like, I was just so excited, and I just kept creating and creating and I was just like, like, not really.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Saving it to iCloud, but I learned my lesson now, bro. All my songs saved to iCloud now. Everything's saved to iCloud. So, like, you feel me?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's no worries. But yeah, man. Like, I guess the reason why I even made the 14 songs, I guess. Like, why is it 14? You said.
Well,
What-
why those 14 songs?
Why those 14 songs?
Yeah,
'Cause
why
what
didn't you
you-
cut off earlier? Why didn't you make more? Like,
Yeah.
why those 14 to comprise your album No Service? What about each of them applies to No Service?
Like, first off, like, before each of them even, like, applying to No Service, I just felt so good about each of them. Like, I didn't
Like, these are prize
yeah,
pieces.
like, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, damn, bro, I just like these. But, like, there's some that's not on No Service that's amazing that, like, I just couldn't put on it.
You gotta
because
wait
it
for
didn't
it.
have the same vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, bro, like, it's definitely some songs that's better than some songs in No Service for sure.
Yeah, but
like,
they gotta fit the.
But
'cause
it gotta
you're,
fit the vibe.
you're treating No Service like this has to have its own vibe
Right.
and maybe a narrative.
And it's
sort
like,
of running
I got time. I ain't going, like, I mean,
Yeah.
if it happened, you know what I'm saying? But, like, I got time, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people say we don't, but at the same time, we do. I agree with both. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'll just, like, make another one.
We don't have as much time as we think.
Yeah.
But we still have more time.
But we still have more time than we think, nigga. Like, both. You feel me? So, yeah, like, I'm just
playing that infinite game in a way.
Like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, like, the 14, just, like I said, like, they all vibe out to me. They all fit the same pattern. They all tell a story that I've been trying to tell. And I started it over, bro, because, like, I was starting to realize that I'm not saying what the fuck I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I started realizing, like, damn, bro, I'm still thinking about these people in my past that, like, I know I can't, like, even curse in front of, like, that's, following me on Facebook and this and that, and I'm not really saying what I want to say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I started just being, like, I have to scratch that shit and just say what I need to say. And, like, that's what happened, bro. I started saying some off-the-wall shit. Like, I don't know. Some people telling me to actually try to make my own Genesis or whatever the fuck that shit called, type pamphlet and explain what I'm saying. Because every time I explain my song to people, they be like, bro, you have to write that down.
Mm-hmm.
But when I be saying some off the wall shit that really make people be like, damn, did that nigga just say that shit, bro? Fuck. Like,
okay.
Like, in a sense, like, I hope that they really.
You got those kind of tracks on this album?
Yeah.
All right.
Like, I'll give a little line, bro. Like, there's a point where I actually said something like, yeah. Okay, so, like, it's from a freestyle called Money that I made on YouTube. It's on YouTube right now.
Okay.
So I said, slaughter your daughter and fuck her right through the thong.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but it's not as, like, it's not as bad as Set. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, me and my gang, like, Oxy Gang, my rap group, we say slaughter in another term of having sex.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like, oh, I'm gonna just have sex with her, with somebody. It's not even like your daughter, whose daughter? Nobody knows whose daughter. So it's even better that it's a non-existent daughter than somebody's actual daughter. So you know what I'm saying? Like,
you're not the first person to talk about
you
some
feel
daughter.
me? Somebody's daughter.
Yeah, I
like,
mean, every female is somebody's daughter.
Exactly. Exactly. It's just a
like
way of making it sound
son.
so much more intense
Yeah.
than what it is. Like, you feel me? And that's what I did. It's literally like, hey, I'm about to have sex with a girl. No, I'm about to slaughter your daughter and fuck her right through the thong.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying?
That's actually a pretty fire line right there, by my estimation. It's just got a quick delivery. It's like, oh, okay, it's about to go down. It's about to go down.
So like, it's like, it's a lot of stuff like that in this album.
Yeah.
Bro. A lot, bro. It's just I don't know what to tell you. You just gotta listen for it, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And I know it's some people that's gonna be like, damn, I don't get that. And that's my point. And I want you to keep playing it back and back.
I'm kind of enjoying the part where, like, we talked about this on the ride over, where like a lot of hip hop artists, when they get to like real time interviews like this, their vocabulary sort of like starts to fall away a bit, and you kind of need to put a beat to them to get like the really good words out of them. And I'm seeing that a little bit out of you right now, because I know we talked to your perspective on this, and I'm sort of noticing where, like, if we actually it sounds like you're vocalizing the need to listen to my music if you want to hear what I have to say and what I have to think, because that's where the best parts of that come out, as opposed to like right now I'm just a very not unengaging, but you know, it's just a conversation.
Yeah,
there's something about how your brain works where, like, you give me a beat, you give me a mindset, and I'll explain to you some like extraterrestrial level shit.
Yeah, like, cause like even if I try to explain it, I guess that's just the way my mind works.
Well, it's hard to explain art in just basic language.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
so it's like hard to explain anyway. It's like, you feel me? So it's just like bro, like I'm telling you, like. Yeah. Even if I'm trying to explain, it's not going to seem the same as if you just listen to it. Because, like, bro, like, it's a lot of times where people be like, bro, like, you know how much I feel like a jug just being like, bro, listen to this song, listen to my music. Like, bro, I feel like such a jug half the time. Because, you got to be real. Like, and it's okay. Like, I don't like for people to be like, no, bro, your music. No, bro, I want you to be real with me. Like, if I'm looking like that motherfucker, bro, I'm just not going to keep asking you. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you have to be okay with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's pretty selfish if, like, I'm like, yo, look, I want you to tell me that.
Yeah.
And you tell me that, and I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna show you anymore. And you're just like, no, but I want you to show me, huh? Like, you know what I'm saying? That don't make it don't make no sense. Like, you feel me? If you don't want me to continue showing you, like, if you have
Well,
that
are you
vibe,
okay? So let's do
you
this.
know what I'm saying?
Let's run this. Because I've read actually, funny enough, I've only read one Stephen King book, and it's actually his book called On Writing. You'd probably love this as someone who likes literature, I believe, in a artist.
Never read that book.
Oh, I don't think you have, but what Stephen King does is that he gives his own sort of analysis and teachings on writing and the process. And the biggest thing that I grabbed out of it was that he had about 3 to 4 stage process for writing. So we're going to run a metaphorical scenery for this, but it's pretty much like a real life thing. So when you're doing like the raw cut of what you're writing, like your book or whatnot, the door is closed. It's just you, and you're just like shitting everything onto this book, onto this piece of work. It's just for you. All you're writing, all you're creating right there is just for you. And at least in terms of actually writing literature, you'd go back yourself and you'd edit it down. You'd probably cut half of it out. Just getting rid of all the extra words, extra bullshit, extra sentences that don't need to be there, that are just filler. Okay? So you do that. That's your first stage of just, you're writing for yourself. Second stage, the door opens. And now you go back through writing what you're writing, but with the audience in mind.
Right.
Okay? That's the second part of it. And then the third part of it is that you take what you've written, both with door closed, door open, and then you take it to a very distinct and specific core, like your partner in life, spouses, best friends, the editor that you're really like tight with or whatnot. And then you take it to them for their evaluation. And you already have a rapport with them. Because like, if you've got a good relationship in my mind, and especially what like I aim for with like my like future like wife, basically is like, no, if I'm gonna take it to you, you're gonna tell me like this is a piece of shit,
right, bro,
or something like that. So like you sort of need to sort of play and figure out like if Eric or someone's on deck on like, hey, I've done the writing like with the door closed, making my raw shit.
Yeah.
I've finessed that down. I've rewritten it and finessed it down with the door open, with like the audience in mind. Here it is. Give me your honest take.
That's exactly how it goes.
Because you got people don't like organize their friendships like this, but you have the family you were given, the family you picked, friends, and then acquaintances that are nice.
Yeah, like that's exactly how it goes to me. But there's even like sometimes where if I'm feeling this song and I'm like, no, this is how I feel about this song, I won't show nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's still door's still closed.
Yeah, door's still closed.
I haven't heard half of this album.
Yeah, and that's basically what that is. Like,
I gotta love how indignant he is over here. He's like, I've known you for fucking years, man. I love you to death.
Nah, he heard everything I've ever like posted.
I have heard it all, but like he hasn't truly
yeah.
showed me it all.
Yeah, like. No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
so
this album
on
low
shit,
key
bro.
different, bro.
Like,
it's just
funny,
different.
Man.
Like in the first album, that album I had with the fucking purple background.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that was just me
I don't
realizing
give
I could
a
record
fuck.
on the iPad. Yeah, bro. Like that's what
that album release
track.
was. There, Randall's, right?
Yeah.
That was a few years
That
ago.
was my fucking track. I don't give a fuck.
That was hilarious because it's like one more
If you're a
white
real
boy at that
fan of
party and I
Toe,
just hung out with
I don't
him.
give
Just
a
like.
fuck.
We're cool. Like, we're cool, man. What's up, Ty? What's up, Tor? But we're gonna sit here and just chill out until we get to know some people,
lit.
man.
Everybody was smoking blunts, chilling and shit. You feel me? Like that's.
Oh, I wish I was looser then.
Yeah.
I wish I was looser then. I'd have probably been on, but I was probably working like some corporate shit with drug testing that I care about, man.
Yeah, I feel you on that shit.
I don't need to go to Monday and not have a job on Tuesday.
If a company asks you for a certain type of drug test, I mean, is there hard? Other drug tests, they don't give a fuck.
Note to self.
There are certain companies that only care about hard drugs.
Yeah, facts.
I've worked for companies who have overlooked certain.
Every time
drug
there's
tests.
a application that says there's going to be a drug test needed, you don't always have to worry so hard.
In fact, that stress is bad for you.
Exactly.
But just be professional.
Yeah.
That's something that drugs don't teach you or take away from you.
Me
It's
personally,
professionalism.
It's professionalism.
Yeah.
It's an understanding
talking
of
like-
the professional process.
Like, I'm high, but I'll be professional while I'm high.
That's
what
me.
I'm getting at.
Bro.
I mean, that's me. That's us.
facts, bro. Like I'm like, bro, I don't give a fuck what I'm doing. I'm gonna continue smoking all of my life, bro. I don't give a fuck. People be like, yo, bro, like get this job. You gotta stop smoking, bro. Look, listen, bro. I'm not.
They require me to stop smoking.
I'm not, bro.
Then what am I doing?
If I don't work if I can't smoke where I'm working at, bro, or you know what I'm saying, I can't like
Be high.
type shit. Yeah, bro. If I can't do none of that where I'm working at, then that's not my dream. I didn't reach my dream.
I mean,
I didn't reach my goal.
It comes from.
Like, you know what I mean?
It comes from. A lot of people think that being high is such a debilitation that you can't operate, that you can't.
Yeah, it's
you
not
can't-
like that all the time.
You can't resist being around expensive things without taking them.
Like,
You can't,
what
like,
is
you know what I
that?
mean? It's like,
Well,
I don't know if
really-
you've ever experienced marijuana, but it's not like that.
It's not, bro. I don't
And
know
if
why
you
people say
don't
it
do
like
hard drugs, you shouldn't have to worry about employment.
that. Yeah.
If you decide to smoke and it slows you down and you are slow to the game and you miss out on stuff, that's a decision you made and that's
Yeah.
a consequence from your decision. But that's
Facts.
not your employer discriminating based on something that's considered medicinal in over half of the country
Yeah.
and in more than half of the
Talk to
world.
Well, really,
You know, like,
well, if you're gonna run, like, you gotta run. We're trying to basically recover from the interpretation of fucking Nancy Reagan on this shit.
Mhm.
It's like this idea that like certain drugs are gonna turn you into a criminal.
gateway.
Yeah,
How the fuck?
gateway
If
drugs.
anything, a blunt would not turn you into a criminal.
Yeah,
nigga.
yeah,
You
well-
won't even have the energy to do that shit.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Since smoking, I've slept more than I ever did before.
Bro,
Yeah.
right? And rest is like. you
Well,
have
sleep
to.
is mad important,
I
man.
literally still have the same opinion of sleep, which is that I hate it and it's a waste of time. And I still
can give you a
sleep more-
podcast to
and I
explain to you.
still
And I
sleep
still
more
sleep
than
more.
I ever have.
Man, I used to think like that. I used to be like, man, like
No, I got a
I'll sleep when I'm
podcast
dead
on my
type
bio now.
shit, but nah.
Oh no, it's bad for you. It's definitely bad for you, but it comes from a lot. It comes from a lot of deep things. But even beyond that, I've still slept more than I ever have.
Yeah.
It's not what anybody makes it out to be, except for those who experience it.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. As long as you get your solid 8 hours in, nigga, and you get up and do what you gotta do. I agree with
Well,
that.
there are a lot of psychologists and neurologists who say that like 8 hours solid, start to finish, is not the best.
Yeah.
In fact,
6-7 is what I heard.
2 4-hour cycles. That's why 8
Yeah.
hours is great because it's 2 4-hour cycles back to back. But that's really the statistics of like keeping a continuous sleep past 4 hours is exponentially more unlikely than to do 4 hours, wake up, because our bodies function on cycles.
Yeah.
And your REM cycle to go beginnings of sleep all throughout the parts that actually restore your
Yeah,
body
1, 2,
in
3,
a lot
and
of
then
ways.
4, and 4 being REM.
Yeah, a lot of your body restores itself in that time, healing, cutting out unnecessary information in your brain, clearing out space, all of those things
Yeah.
happens during that cycle. And if you start a cycle and end it before it finishes, it's very hard to
Disruptive, yeah.
adjust back, which
Yeah.
is why a lot of people wake up sleeping like 12 hours or 10 hours and they feel like shit.
Yeah.
It's because they've interrupted a cycle
Yeah.
and their body has to adjust.
Like you have that day on the weekend where you're like, no, I'm gonna sleep and it's gonna be great, and then you sleep an extra 2 hours and you're like, oh god, this sucks.
It sucks.
Yeah.
It's because your body functions on a circle cycle. They're called circadian rhythm.
Yeah.
It's called circadian rhythm. And if you can manage to adjust your circadian rhythm to a 4-hour cycle, you can do a 4-hour cycle in the dead of night. You can do a 4-hour cycle in the heat of the afternoon.
Yeah, middle of the day
And you
shit.
can avoid the worst parts of the day
Yeah.
and still maintain a certain health and a certain energy.
Yeah.
And that's like the most recommended form of sleep is split up 2 4-hour cycles.
Yeah. I want to run that by because I heard it a lot from because I listen to a lot of Joe Rogan's friends stuff with like Tom Segura and all them. But I actually went back and listened to Joe Rogan's podcast he had with the sleep ambassador or whatnot.
The sleep ambassador.
Yeah, he's nothing but like the guy that's like that's been like running the studies and the science on sleep and basically trying to bring it about that like having proper sleep patterns is an anti-carcinogen as well as prevents Alzheimer's. Is one of the most significant things to prevent Alzheimer's. So I've been like pretty committed on trying to hit like a 6-7 hour sleep piece, even though my ass is gonna wake up still like 5-6 hours later, just for like out of its own some sort of normalcy that it has in its own rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where like I hear Eric over here going like I hate sleep. It's like, well, if you're grabbing what you need and you get that REM cycle proper,
Right.
hopefully you're not gonna have some Alzheimer's at 50 kind of shit, you know.
Oh, I mean, for
Hey,
sure.
That shit, yeah. Sleep, bruh. That shit.
But
I'm telling
I
you,
mean,
it's a medicine.
it's definitely
It's a steroid, bro.
It's a steroid.
It's a necessity.
It's definitely a
Sleep
necessity.
as a function of a living creature is unnatural in any other thing. There are dormancies. There are times of like
Rest or
consolidation
immobility.
and recollection.
Are we the only animal that really sleeps like that?
No, living creatures do that.
Yeah.
It's like life.
Yeah.
Life is the only thing on this world that has sleep. The need for sleep, the need to like shelter itself from everything and restore itself.
Yeah.
Because of how hard it is to fight
Yeah.
against a universe that's not meant for you.
Yeah.
If you really think about it to its creation, its existence. But as a thing for life, you get to experience. Like life seems to also be the universe experiencing itself.
Yeah.
Life seems to be the consciousness of the universe.
I love that interpretation so much.
It's like, I mean, to think about it. We haven't proven any other consciousness in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
It's only logical to assume that we are the consciousness of the universe, becoming self-aware
Yeah.
of
I can agree
itself.
with that.
In whatever you believe about it, like consciousness and awareness are tied together. And the fact that we are given consciousness means that we are aware. And the fact that the universe itself is not conscious besides us means that we are its awareness.
By the transitive property, we're the universe. Like,
I mean, we come from it.
yeah.
We are it. We go back to it.
That's where we come from.
That's like a big thing in my philosophy and my art is
Sort of
awareness, consciousness, connection to the universe.
Oh, word, yeah.
Sort of indoctrination, like just entrenching yourself in a cosmic universe mindset.
I don't want to say that. That sounds like I'm building a position and unable to move from it. I'm just trying to follow the light.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find the truth.
Yeah.
You know, whatever that means. If that means I entrench here, or I entrench over there, or I entrench here for like 2 seconds until I realize what I need to. You know, I'll entrench wherever I need to until I find what it is that it contributes to me and my experience. But that, like, I don't want to entrench anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, change is the only consistent thing. Change is the only consistent thing in this universe.
Yeah.
And if I'm trying to build something that will resist change, I'm surely going to fail.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. And if you're not doing it with love.
Yeah, that love is a big part. Love it. Like, I saw something today. It was like anything that like you hate is teaching you how to love unconditionally.
Yeah.
Anything that angers you is trying to teach you how to, you know, teaching you patience. Or anything that annoys you is teaching you patience. Anything that doesn't go as you planned is teaching you to, you know, be fluid. Anything that doesn't, you know, appease you is teaching you to release your expectations. Like anything that doesn't go your way is a lesson.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like the biggest thing. I don't know how this universe works, but it works like that.
Yeah, I mean, it works like that, and our job is our actions. So, like,
decisions and actions you make to better or worsen it.
Mm-hmm. They're gonna give out, like, it's just like a teacher giving out a question and then saying who's just gonna have the right answer, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I've always resonated with Dumbledore in the first Harry Potter, or the second Harry Potter, where he's like, it is not our abilities that define us, but our choices.
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking to Harry Potter about like, oh, me and the most evil person in the world, both of us can do the same thing.
Yep.
It's like, it's not your abilities that define you.
Yeah.
It's your choices.
Bro.
You know.
Y'all literally got the same powers, bro. But
you're gonna save the world.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. You know, it's like your
trying to fuck it
abilities
up.
don't define you. Your abilities are your abilities.
Mm-hmm.
You are able to do that.
I remember seeing that in real life back when I was like doing some track in high school as like conditioning with the football team, and one friend I had at the time, we identified one of the most wasted things you'd ever see in your life was talent.
Oh yeah, damn.
Like you see a lot of good talent, but they never make the choice to like
Use it.
build on it.
To use it. I had a friend in high school who had the mental prowess of a genius, of a scientific genius.
Yeah.
The ability to, he would see something, be like, oh, that makes me think of this. And after like 10 minutes of like just thinking, tinkering,
In his head.
he'd come out with an equation, and he'd be like, this makes sense like all the time. And he tried different things, and we're like, okay.
He created a
and then
formula.
he would talk to our professor about it, and he'd be like, oh yeah, that's this. He's like, that's this law in physics. He's like, that's this theory of the universe. Like, he would pull shit out. I'm like, what? And to hear like the way he treated himself in his life was a waste. Just like you said, was the biggest waste of talent I've ever seen. Like a mind that could literally decipher the universe in minutes. Like, are you kidding me? Like, decipher the universe in minutes is like, I want to play video games and do drugs to not expand my mind.
Okay.
Like the wrong way to do drugs, to not expand your mind, to escape from. I can't imagine. Like,
he
even
didn't have a beacon, bro.
But like, I can't. I mean, his life. I mean, definitely his parents were cause and like that, obviously. But it's like to imagine a life where you don't feel like your contribution to the world is important is sad.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Sad.
Fuck. And that's why.
It's like, why are you here?
Man, I had a friend like tell me like, I don't mind being on this earth doing what I do and dying. And I was like, that's cool, but like in a sense,
it's cool,
like,
but it's depressing.
Right, bro. And it's like in the sense that this person also was saying stuff like, why do you always feel like you have to change the world, or why do you have to be so positive?
I think I think there's a diehard line for that. Like, someone's got to be that guy.
Like, right. Somebody got to be. That's kind of what I said. Low-key.
The world ain't perfect yet.
Yeah, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like, but like, ain't that's what we strive for? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean,
like,
that's what God in any religion is.
It's like
it's the idea of perfection.
Yeah,
it's the idea that you've been able to maintain your belief and your consistency and your work in order to achieve the same goal. That by the time it's all over, you've achieved that goal.
Yeah.
Which is perfection. That's what God is. That's what like the whole idea of heaven, nirvana, like whatever any of these religions is like. You've reached perfection either by experiencing life and reacting to it multiple times until you've found the perfect way to navigate life, or you found a way to rationalize everything that already happens in a religious sense. Those are the only two ways. Like, and so like Christianity just rationalizes things in a religious sense. Like, oh, God did this, or this has happened because this is the way it is. You know what I mean? And like the church likes to believe in those things. And then there's the other way, which is like Buddhism, Eastern. That's like Western versus Eastern. It's like Western believes that things are the way that they are, and if you do this, you will get this. But Eastern religion focuses a lot on like refining yourself to the most perfect form. Like perfection is nirvana. Yeah. Even though they don't explicitly say that, like to be enlightenment is the idea of a perfect mind, a perfect soul. Yeah. You've reached a point. And like enlightenment is in so many Eastern cultures. I mean, it comes into Western cultures, but they're just like interpreting. They're like, oh, I've been to these cultures and I've seen enlightenment. This is what I think based on my Western culture. And I think that if you analyze both of those, you can analyze the Eastern cultures to understand like how they believe that perfecting yourself is divine. And you go to the Western cultures like Roman, and then what translates into the European and then to the American culture, it all just descendants is like, we are perfect as we are. You know, we can build this, we can create that, I can make reality as I wish. You know, enlightenment and humanism came from Western. And you see those two clashes. It's like, do I constantly build myself up to be perfect, or am I already perfect? And that's like a paradox in itself. That makes me think of a lot of other paradoxes, like speaking your will, manifesting your will into existence and going with the flow, or like jinxing something and speaking it aloud. You know what I mean? Like, you hear a lot of people talk about these things. These are so commonplace, but it's like, do you understand the contradictions that are in them?
It's like, do you speak it aloud to ruin it, or do you speak it aloud to like bring it to light?
It's not even that. It's like, people like, what is it? Do I speak it aloud to bring it to life? Do I speak it aloud to jinx it? Like, what is it? Where do these traditions come from? Why do I believe this over this? Yeah. Like, what is it about this, about the past and the universe at its present moment is, like, telling me this is how it is.
Mm.
And that
Well,
these questions are to be asked. And
That's
I don't
why,
think
like,
there's a
you
specific
just.
answer.
That's why I just feel like it always just comes down to feeling rather than hearing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like a lot of people like read and hear and feel like this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm even a victim of going to a church and feeling uneasy in a church. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like that's when questions start flaring up in your head. Like, am I doing this right? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even this person, like, you know what I'm saying? Even this person that like, you know what I'm saying? That's like in the pulpit, bro, doing some like sinful shit. But like when you come into church, it's just washed away. That don't make sense to me. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just
it takes away the responsibility of existence.
Yeah, it's just like because
Responsibility of existence.
I'm always
Wow.
be a Christian, but I
Wow.
believe I'm my own.
Well, there's certain things
You know what I'm
about
saying?
that.
That's a phrase. The responsibility of existence. The
That's
fact that you're given this existence without any prior decision to, but also without any after consequences. Like when you die, you die.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
You personally don't experience any consequences after your death.
yeah,
You also personally don't experience any decision making in your birth.
yeah.
It's like it's a open and closed book.
mm-hmm.
Like the responsibility of given that like luxury almost
Yeah.
out of everything in this world.
Well, yeah.
in this
Well,
reality,
there's no plan for before or after you are. So while you are, you best do best.
exactly.
Facts.
No, exactly, and then that's the point. The responsibility of existence is you are given this existence. I'm sorry, you cannot change the fact that you, over this combination of your genes, is how it came to be.
Yeah.
But live it, because if you
Live it.
don't, you are
Wasting.
not even wasteful. But
It's
like
just like
responsibility. Like the consequences of abandoning your responsibility cannot be more than any other consequence.
I don't know.
You know
I
what I
feel
mean?
like it's just more like if you gave your like, let's say you gave like, say you was a dad, and you gave your daughter or your son a car, and that nigga was like, haha, and drove that shit into a tree, and just handed you keys again. Well, it's gone. That's what that feels like when you just waste your life to me.
Yeah.
It's just like nigga.
There's some raisin shit going on.
Oh no, it's
there,
you are
like you
a
can
collection of resources,
Yeah.
materials born in stars, exploded
Exactly.
throughout the universe.
Like,
You
he
are a
take the
collection
time
of
to
those
learn how to
resources.
drive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you are given the responsibility of those materials because they're given to you until they are not.
Exactly.
You are those materials until they dissolve into whatever else they are.
Mhm.
Your consciousness inhabits this material body, but you are those materials until you're not.
Which
And
all lays right back down to decision making.
Exactly. And if your materials are being used for you, they're not being used for other things.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are using those things for something that's not going to benefit those materials past your existence, then you're wasting those materials.
Yeah.
So
know
do
what I
you
mean?
like? I actually got a question for you. Do you actually think that putting things out in the world should be something that we should do or an option?
I think
It's an option, but it's something that you should do. It's a social animal thing as well, because we're all sort of there's a fun thing to learn about improv comedy, improv as an art form, is that at the peak form of actually achieving the herald, as it's called, is that you stop thinking consciously, and you'll find that the subconscious unconsciouses of every actor on stage melds into this what looks like a very much of a hive mind, like how ants would go. So if you want to run on whether or not you should share, I would run on the advisory of you should share, and be open to how the reception and the rapport goes, because we're all like social animals.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not communicating with the rest of the hive, then you're about to become a cancerous, dejected section.
Right.
By just putting yourself in your own coffin.
That's what I would say. So like, in the sense of like going based off of what both of you just said.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How should you feel about somebody that's just like, oh, I just kind of want to be here and just didn't die.
No, it's.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because, but also
That's
being,
a lone match with no
but look
flame.
though, also just having those that conscious thought. I'm already in the you know what I'm saying, I'm already thinking that you probably have a pure heart to me, like, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
or a very knowledgeable heart to the point you know exactly what's going on. You feel
Yeah.
me? So even if that, you still have that, like, you know what I'm saying, just heart to just be like, but I guess that's just your opinion. You know what I'm saying? Just that's for some reason I'm always just gonna be like, you know what? That's okay, because I'm not gonna push that on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Type thing. Like it's something I don't agree with. You feel me?
Yeah.
And like, but it sucks because like, what if it's like somebody that's real close to you or something, like your mother, your father, that thinks like that. You know what I'm saying?
There's certain people that I've
like,
I
want to help you, but
there's certain people you will present just the presupposition, just the preamble, the very intro of the entire idea, and if it's apparent that their ability to receive a different perspective is massively hindered, there's something that sort of feeds you to let you know it's like, I can drop this and walk away. I should probably drop this and walk away.
Right.
Like, oh, that's a wall. Looks pretty solid.
Yeah.
I like my head in the current shape it is.
Right.
I'm not gonna bang it.
Cause like sometimes, man, like don't get me wrong, but like it'll be times like where like me or I feel like other people definitely would end up just being like, man, I feel like I definitely should walk away, but I feel bad for walking away. You know what I mean? I feel like I definitely should leave and walk away from this shit, but I feel terrible.
Well, I mean, if you are thinking I should walk away from this, what are they thinking?
Nah,
you
see,
know
like,
what I mean? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that's abandoning
well,
somebody.
you could pose that question to answer the abandonment idea. It's sort of the, and I'll definitely let you get to that.
I think it depends on the situation, though.
It does.
I think it depends on the person.
Yeah.
And yeah, the situation, the person, what they're working towards, all of that.
Yeah. Like you reserve the ability to just sort of ask, like, I'm about to walk away, and when I walk away, I might feel bad, but I'm walking away. So you need to let me know right now whether or not I should walk away or I should stay and do something. But I'm not going to stay and wait for you to make a decision.
Right.
So either this is happening right now, we're going to have this talk or whatever,
right,
or I'm leaving.
Right.
Because you're about to disrespect my time, making me wait around for your ass to make a decision.
Because I feel like if you deadass at least try to get through to him,
I'll work with triers all day.
You shouldn't even feel bad about leaving.
Yeah,
man.
I'll work with,
honestly, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I'll work with failures all day that are trying hard to get somewhere. But if you're just gonna buy a lazy boy and like live that life, I'll put a bullet in your head for you. Like fuck off, goddamn.
I'll put a bro.
Bro. I was like, you better off as fertilizer.
Jailhouse Park.
I mean, shit.
Yo, what? Why did you come up with that name?
The premise of go ahead.
Oh.
Finish that thought. Well, I'll answer that. Finish that thought. You had something you were jumping
Finished. Thought is finished.
So you didn't have anything to add on before I get the JHP explanation?
I don't even remember.
This nigga.
No. So like, I've thought about it a bit. You know, sometimes you name something, then like more meaning comes to mind. Toasting with Mentos over there, goddamn.
JHP.
Toasting with a mic.
Let people see this guy. Come on.
Yeah. What's good, Edgar?
Sorry.
What's good, Edgar? That's Edgar, guys. That's Edgar. He's the cow and the beef.
Yeah, bro. We gonna let people see you, bro.
Cow and the beef. Keep going.
So I threw it at a friend. I'm gonna have Ginger on one day. He hasn't even been on any of the Pseudo stuff, with the Pseudo being the parent company. But I was like, what do you got, a makeup or something like that? Makeup name for me for the next round, because I did Pseudo a couple years ago. And that's where Pseudo Productions P2 came around the past few months, because it was like revival, whole new thing, whole new batch, whole new mindset. So I just threw it at my friend. I was like, well, what do you come up with an acronym? What you got? And he's like, fucking JHP. And I'm like, what the fuck is that gonna mean? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, what? Fucking Jailhouse Parlor? Jailhouse Parlor? And he's like, sure. And I'm like, fuck, we have a name. And like Melanie was like right there next to me, was like, I guess that's the name for the next round of podcast.
Okay, but like,
and then I gave it more meditative, and I was like, considering certain lines of thought were like, at least from like certain perspectives, free speech being hindered on, you have to evaluate in real time, and also probably in a certain amount of forethought, what hills you're willing to die on. So in the Jailhouse Parlor podcast idea, and how certain things are being encroached on and constricted, like YouTube is right now, I'm like, well, I guess I should kind of be prepared to go to jail if I'm going to try to speak freely.
I mean, that's crazy, because it's a right guaranteed you by the Bill of Rights, which is the oldest document in the country's history.
Which is the oldest document
but
in that country.
Feels a little different right about now.
Well, no, it actually doesn't. I've been studying entertainment law, and the fact of the matter is that right of privacy and right of publicity come into question a lot, and they can save and denounce artists. The ability of right of free speech is almost forfeited whenever you put yourself into national topics.
Yeah.
Controversial topics and things of that nature. People have tried to sue for a right of privacy when they've been involved in such a major, they've been a lawyer, or they've been a witness,
Yeah.
or they've been a judge in a really controversial case like the OJ case or any other or like, you know, any of these other cases, and they put themselves into it. It's natural. It's like public interest.
Mm-hmm.
And the right of privacy and the right of publicity are forfeit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, to think about that, it's like, wow, is fame really what you think it is?
Yeah.
Right.
Fame is stepping into a field where you are you're not protected by law. You are protected by how people make money off of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's it.
And public perception.
That's no, you're not even protected to that.
Yeah.
People have been like Kesha and other major artists.
Yeah,
have
she
been
was locked into Sony.
destroyed by their deals and by their dealings with other people.
Yeah.
Without having proper things in place, because they're not protected by these certain rights.
Right.
Yeah.
Contracts and state and federal laws don't protect
No,
that level yet.
Because the Bill of Rights has to do with the government's interaction.
The Bill of Rights had to do with a bunch of people escaping from a country that was religiously persecuting them and establishing their own country made of carpenters and artisans and merchants and things.
Yeah.
People who had like certain things. And then after like the 1800s is when we developed enough technology to where people had time to leisure.
Yeah.
And it started in Europe and it came to America.
Yeah.
Like this idea of leisure, this idea where you have time to do art.
Yeah.
Art has always been around, kind of, but it wasn't until like the 1800s when art took on this whole different meaning
Yeah.
of like a
Display
lifestyle,
and shit.
of
Yeah.
an expression. That's when people started, like, can you imagine 13,000 years of existence as a species?
Just working all the damn time just to exist, basically.
And we just in the last 1,500 years discovered the true meaning of art.
Yeah.
Like, that's why things are going like they are.
Well, especially if you're running on like the evolutionary timescale, like we're a couple 100,000-year-old species, basically, in like our current form.
Our current form is like 13,000.
Mm. Yeah.
10,000 BC was like the first record. Like, we don't know beyond that point. 10,000 BC was the first documented.
Like human record, like Mesopotamian records.
That's like
Sumerian.
the first records we have that humans existed
Yeah.
in their current form. I
Yeah.
mean, that wasn't even current form. That was like Neanderthals.
Mm-hmm.
That was like Neanderthals before
Mhm.
Homo sapiens sapiens
Mm-hmm.
came in and killed,
Homo
like
sapiens.
bred, like killed all the men and bred with the women and created
Yeah.
what we are now.
Yeah.
Like, that's what happened then. Like, we aren't even over 10,000 years old as a species currently,
Yeah.
which is crazy when people, like, we reach our limits and we're like, why are these our limits? Because, like, we haven't evolved past them.
Yeah.
And we haven't taken the mental and natural effort to make them our evolution.
Yeah.
Like, technology is the future, and we have to, like, merge with that if we're going to survive as
Yeah, bro.
life forms.
It's the only way to continue moving, bro. To be honest.
But people are scared of that. Because
I mean, bro, that's like how it was forever. Like, honestly, everything just started changing. Like, you don't think Nike started being scared of guns? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, these niggas can kill me from a distance. Like, you feel me? Like, even the first like arrows type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Once you realize there's an adequate range game going on, like
exactly.
some longbow
People
jazz.
started being like, all right, damn, yeah, now we gotta start thinking about
Yeah.
some type of way to kill these niggas from a distance. Like, just stuff like period change is just like always gonna like terrify people.
Yeah.
Like, and don't
Well,
get
that's sort of
me
the
wrong,
run-
it terrify
that's the-
me half the time. But
Yeah, that's the run through right now on account of like, well, you have your own fear of the change that's occurred very frequently in the kind of like music distribution.
yeah,
Is that like it's so easy with like not a lot of money to get GarageBand, Audacity, or whatnot, like whatever you actually use to make your music, make it and then have it distributed across like all these streaming platforms, and then you're just kind of hanging out hoping that like all the shit you do on a free marketing app like YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook,
yeah,
you know, gets somewhere.
yeah. Cause there was a point, bro, back then when I wished that like I was like, damn, bro, niggas used to wish that shit was on iTunes. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
People used to be like, damn, bro, this man's shit is on
Well,
iTunes.
that's where
He's
like
big now.
like we have my my in-laws Hulu account, and they've got that Wu-Tang series out, and I gotta see like in the ads where they're just like handing out 8 tracks or whatnot. I was like, you know, I kind of want to watch that just to like get some 90s 80s memory of how like that kind of like how stars rose in that era.
Yeah, bro. It's like, and that's that exact like method, bro.
Yeah, well, like the way you'd run it now is that you just sit there and like have a screenshot of someone looking at their Facebook, watching the likes just drive up or something. Yeah, like that.
See, that's what I'm
There's
saying.
no like walking down like your local street and starting having like people recognize you or going to like, oh, I guess we've been touring for a while. We're gonna finally hit like this location. You get there and like, holy shit, the fucker's sold out.
Right, exactly.
Like,
that's why that
that's
type
a
of movement
better...
is it's very traditional and very helpful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that. That's what I'm doing, bro. I'm like making CDs. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not just
How far is your tour going? Is it staying just in Florida, or is it going outside of Florida?
Atlanta to Miami.
Atlanta.
Okay, Atlanta.
Yeah,
Miami.
Atlanta, Miami.
Okay, okay.
So, and then in Orlando, it's gonna end on my birthday.
Happy birthday,
January
indeed.
27th, bro.
When
does it start?
January 27th. It start the 18th.
Okay, so you're just doing this January?
Yeah, it's starting January 18th.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, January 18th.
Alrighty. So is it like was that gonna run like a 2-week tour then or something like that?
No, it's like weekend.
Okay.
Chill for a week, then next
It's like
weekend.
2 weekends.
Okay,
Yeah,
2 weekends.
2 weekends.
Like a week and a half.
Yeah.
I'm going to go.
Yeah, take care of your exam.
I have things to do. Also, bodily functions that are being unmet.
Make sure you wash your hands.
What, bro?
I have to pee. I'm drinking a lot of liquids, and I have to pee.
He said
And then I also have to go
functions that
handle
are
other
being
things. And I want to let you guys finish
Parentheses,
talking.
I have to pee.
You can get your
pee
Torian
too?
alone time. And I'm going to dip. Thank you so much for having me. Jailhouse Parlor JHP.
Facts.
Appreciate
I'm
you,
gonna go
Eric.
pee.
Alright, bro.
Thank you for coming on, Eric.
JHP.
We appreciate you, boy.
I'm gonna go pee. I'm gonna come over here with you.
Oh yeah, of course. Let's see here. What color are you on that one? I'm going to mute that one. Pink. Let's play this out. Cool. Here, let's do a quick little thing. You mind holding this arm itself up? Just hold the weight for a second. I'm trying to make myself a little more comfortable here. There we go. There, that'll be better. There we go. Should be good now.
Alright, cool.
Alright, so that.
I'm on it. I'm
Pink.
here.
Where's pink at? Far side. Let's move you down. 1, 2. Is that yellow and blue squares? Gucci. Oh, bless.
I don't know why I'm cold, but I'm cold.
Oh, I dropped the house down to 70, man, on account of how like these rooms, this one and the other guest room in here.
Nah, I'm like weirdly cold. It ain't even like that cold in here.
Alcohol burned you through, and now you're just like, I need food. I need something to sustain me right about now.
Shit, man. I don't even know what we was talking about last.
Oh no, we'll get to something. I gotta say, Eric's got a very strong personality.
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Very strong.
I was like, oof. Actually, we need to get him these note cards right here. Oh yeah. Make sure those get to him.
Yeah, man.
Oh.
Yeah, definitely got a real strong personality, bro.
Oh, that's good.
But that's my boy, man. Like, I think we met like I don't know, bro. I just know we met when I turned 22.
Okay. So y'all been. Well, how old are you now? Like 24, maybe.
24, yeah.
Yeah. So you got 2 years solid on that one.
About to be 25 January, so like 3 years, I think. Yeah.
I'm gonna be 20. I'm 28 now. 29 next October. So like, looking at my 30s, waiting for my body to start yelling at me. It's like, hey, you remember that soccer shit you did back when you were 15? Yeah, you ain't got no knees, motherfucker. Like,
damn, bro. Like, damn, bro. I didn't even know you was that old, bro. Like,
yeah.
not old, bro. My bad.
Yeah, no, it's square. It don't bother me.
But nah, I thought you was like probably my age or some shit. But
no.
you ain't that far at all, bro. Like,
No, I play age ranges, no problem.
Yeah,
I had this thing where, like in high school, I never was really concerned with my actual grade age. Like I had like one best friend who was in my same age range basically, but like, at least in terms of like sports areas, I never cared for those who were in like my age range. I always prefer like either the younger or the older kids, like the seniors and juniors when I was a sophomore, or the sophomores and juniors when I was a senior.
Yeah, same.
Like I went to 2 proms. I went to University High School's prom and Winter Park High School's prom. And University High School was where like my 2 best friends were at.
Yeah.
So when I went to like, and that was like that was at the Peabody actually. They're off I Drive.
Yo.
Yeah, they got a ballroom there. It was ballin'. But like Winter Park's prom was at House of Blues.
Oh, I remember House of Blues.
Yeah, which is cool. But like, I remember being there going like, I don't like a lot of my regular classmates. Like I just did not vibe with a lot of them because, like. You remember, I think Dave Chappelle had this song, like, Equanimity, or one of his more, not Sticks and Stones, but one of the other ones. He was running on the game of, my parents made just enough money for me to grow up poor around rich white folk.
Bro, yeah.
like, so I felt that, to a little bit with being in the middle of Winter Park High School with a bunch of IB, mail-in Winter Park kids. Well, my mom is like the single income for a 3 kids, 2 parent household, sitting there on like 32792. We're running like, you know, me and my stepbrother were running like on soccer with like high cost of those clubs and shit, getting uniforms and jazz. Just running that and looking at all these other fuckers going like, I can't play to this.
Nah, bro, hey, that's how I felt in OVO, man. Like, and I appreciate it, bro. Like, my mom, like, moved us out of it.
Oh, yeah, you gotta appreciate, like, the hard work and, like, getting you somewhere,
yeah,
but there is that social angst of just sitting there looking at, like, we are not the same fucking people, man.
Right, yeah, bro. Like, it was a point, like, we don't get allowances, bro. Like, and I'm totally fine. I'm glad we don't. But, yeah, bro, like, we didn't get allowances like that. So like all my friends always like, let's go to the movies like all the time, bro.
Yeah.
And I always wanted to go.
And it's been $7 since $7 or higher since then, man.
And I'm like, shit, like, you know, I can't do this. So I'm always like going to my mom like, hey, can I get this? Can I get this? Can I get $10? And I'm like, not realizing that like it's like, you know what I'm saying, where I'm at. Like that's making me be like that.
Yeah.
And shit. So yeah, but I definitely learned, man. Like, you know what I'm saying, and like I just appreciated it, and I was just like, okay, let me try to like cope with where I'm at, but still have like my mentality of where I was. Like, you know what I'm saying? Grasp your reality, but not become like depressed about it. Maybe, right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, bro, I feel you 100%.
No, that's squares. That's proper squares on that one. Oh boy,
man. So Jailhouse Parlor was like just out of the like not really out of the blue, but it's more like a, you know what I'm saying? Just that's the name.
Kind of. That's sort of how it came about. Because, like, I do a little bit of research on, like, does anyone else have this name?
Yeah.
And that was the same with Pseudo Films back when it was, like, 2016. And there was, like, maybe a website that was just, like, uninhabited. Like, someone bought the domain and they put, like, one graphic up and walked away.
Yeah.
But I remembered really loving back, like, in elementary school, like, 4th, 5th grade. I got into, like, the chorus at the time. And they had this medley of American Bandstand, In the Swing, a bunch of really good classic, probably like, you know, classic rock sort of music pieces. And Jailhouse Rock, I think was the name of the pamphlet that just, you know, mixed like these 5 different songs together. So we were sitting there up there going, was it going to the rocket and I'm ready to blow? I don't know where I'm going, but I'm going there fast. Like, get into that fast track style of music, like we talked about before on the way over, where my introduction to rap may not have been actual hip hop, but it was Devil Went Down to Georgia.
Yeah.
Just because it's like magical.
Yeah,
that kind of lyrical storytelling,
bro.
Yeah, storytelling, like captivating storytelling, lyrical play with music in tow. And so, like, Jailhouse Rock has just sort of been stuck in my head, and so I hear the JHP and just Jailhouse just immediately like just flows to my head.
Yeah.
And then just parlor is just, it's a word for like a living room or a sitting room that's not used often. So like it just, I always enjoy finding the next round of cliches, I'll say.
Yeah.
Because there's something that I understand about like the change in culture is that a lot of these classic stories from like the Bible and whatnot are infinitely valuable, but you have to reframe the cliche for every generation so they can absorb it.
Yeah.
Which is where I think the evolution of word and spoken word is actually far more critical, because you'll get every generation of rebels in the teens and whatnot, in the young 20s, and you have to figure out how to express the same story to them and same values to them. But you can't just be saying the same thing their parents have been saying for like 20 years.
Right.
You got to figure out, like, well, no, we're going to play out this, ancient story in a new version, in a new way, with a new dialect, like, speak their language.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw Parlor, I saw Jailhouse Parlor, and I was like, no, we're going to run on that. And Pseudo came back because I realized I was going to have a lot of diluting. Like, JHP was going to get diluted with doing, like, video game Let's Plays, with doing just, like, 4 people sitting down just bullshitting for 3 hours. And I was like, no, like, I have a certain vision of what I want with, like, one-on-ones like this. Where I was like, no, I'm going to sit down with someone, and I'm going to, hone my interview tactics. But, like, people that come on JHP are people I want to highlight.
Right.
Like, artists, people that are fascinating and very interesting, to people that I know, just, like, I want to just, like, have a capturing of them for, like, the world to see and for me to look back on later.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, like, Pseudo, I'm like, no, that's where anything can happen.
Right.
Like, ridiculous, experimental can happen. Get 4 random people, put them in this room. They can record, and I can be gone.
Yeah, you got.
I'll be back in 3 hours. I'm gonna see my grandma. Y'all hit.
Right.
Like, it's streaming, recording. If it fucks up, it's fucks up. Or I could be sitting, like, at the computer just making sure production goes in, check it every 15 or something like that. But, like, that's where Pseudo is a much more community idea of, like, the Discord friends, the in real life friends.
Mm-hmm.
You, Eric, just, like, pull you 2 in. Like, hey, here's 2 other fuckers, and we're just gonna bullshit our way for a couple hours, just talk jazz.
Just two different visions and two doors.
That's all that is. So that's how that sort of came about.
Yeah, bro. Damn, bro. Shit. 'Cause I was like very like I wasn't like shocked actually. Like I was just more like, oh shit, bro. Like he's doing a fucking podcast.
Yeah, no, running it, and I'm figuring out what's the best money play because I need to figure out how to turn these into audio format.
Yeah.
For like Apple Podcasts, because there's certain levels of logistics of like how to get. Like, I know how to make an audio out of this.
Yeah.
Just make just the MP3 track.
Yeah.
But I've got to figure out what's the most efficient way for me to spend money regularly to support a website that can then take the podcast episodes and then RSS feed them to Apple so that people don't have to bring up a YouTube video to listen to my episodes. Like, it just, it tracks a better way for people to digest it. Because I know I've got people that want to, like, follow and listen to stuff either live or afterwards, but, like, it's a tall ask for someone to leave, like, their phone running a video for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Unless, like, they're massive fans or invested in either me or the guest.
Right.
So turning into just a podcast is like, all right, cool.
More easier, bro.
Go to your podcast thing, SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple, whatnot. There it is. Throw it on. Do your run. Do your work. And off you go. You get to get a 3-hour interview with Torian. Get to know Toe2Dope properly.
Yeah, man.
So.
And honestly, man, commend you on that, bro. Like,
Yeah.
It was that's a huge step too, bro.
Oh, yeah.
For real. Like, I know it was like a lot getting this equipment and all. You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt like with this album, to be honest. Like, I just when I like I was telling you earlier, like the album with the purple background.
Yeah.
Like, I had to just get rid of that shit, bro. Like, I got really everything.
Just throwing tracks out to get rid of them, or
like,
what?
No, I threw tracks out, and I was like, oh, yo, listen to this shit, like, that I made on the iPad and all this. And, like, that was basically the theme of it. Like, yo, I made this on the iPad. No matter how it sounds, I made this on the iPad.
Yeah.
You feel me? So, but, like, you know, basically take the same steps that you took. He was like, no, I have a different vision. Like, I want this to be this. I want it to be a little bit more professional. You know
step up in a way.
Yeah. And that's
and
what
is that how you're looking at No Service in a way?
Yeah. Like, and I know it's not going to be, like, my best shit ever.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Look at this camera shot. Look at that big screen. You see how this lighting is right now, man? You duck wrong way on the shading, or any African American ducks wrong on the shading. You ain't gonna see your face.
Nah, bro.
This lighting's gonna do poor, man. Fuck. Yeah. You just dodging camera left, right. Fuck.
But yeah, man, like I just was like, I don't know, bro. Like, I just felt like a new me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a different me as fuck.
Yeah.
I was just like, I don't.
Well, you're 24 now, right?
Yeah.
You said. Yeah, like.
I think I made that at like 22.
Yeah. Because it was like past like 2 years. Yeah, probably 2 years since that album released at Randall's. So like, that's his life. If I knew anything, if I understood anything, like going through high school, is that every summer you come back a totally different fucking person, even in high school.
Right.
And the same thing plays out going through the rest of your damn life. Is that it may not be summer, but like you always play that like what was happening a year ago, and you're like shit. Like if you're actually like working at shit and like building on stuff, just one granule of sand at a time.
You start being like,
damn. Man, it's like I got a rook. Like I got a queen, I got some bishop, like I got something, man. I'm building this chessboard straight out of granules, motherfucker. But like,
when you wasn't nothing but a little pawn yourself, bro.
Well, I sat there at 25. 25 is when I got my inspiration to just go into the entertainment industry in some format. When I went to, because it was the play out. It was actually this is where I was really happy about doing this because like, you and I have known each other for a couple years through kind of an intro with Ty and Randall and whatnot from Ruckus back at UCF.
Yeah.
Like we just sort of knew each other. We knew of each other per se, but like me and Ty have had a one-on-one. Like we've sat down in my car with Jeremiah's Italian Ice off of Loma and just like relayed some soul shit back and forth. And that was when, like I remember this now. Like I need to get that girl on, man. I need to get her.
Man, you gotta get Ty.
No, I gotta get that girl. You and I both know. I gotta get that girl on an extrovert vibe, like on the right fucking day. Like, all right, I'm gonna put a mic in front of you.
Facts.
I'm gonna need you to just pull on that extrovert side. Like,
Ty, boy.
I love that girl to death.
The whole cocoon around.
She will lock down like some goddamn ironclad motherfucker. Goddamn. Like, love you, girl, but I know.
Got the same birthday. I feel her though. Ain't nothing wrong with it sometimes.
No. That's it's an understanding of who she is, and I respect that. But I also like I'm not gonna shy away from saying like it's a challenge.
Right.
If I'm gonna try to get her on a content piece like this, it will be a challenge.
Yeah.
And she knows that, and she knows I respect her on that piece. But we're sitting there, and Jeremiah's Italian Eyes just like, because like we just started chatting like on Facebook or some jazz, because she met me holding like Cheeto bags or like some fried chicken. Like, you want some shit, bro? Like in Valencia, just doing some dumb shit. She's like, I fucks with this guy. Like, and we just catch later. We meet up, we hang out for a bit, like once or twice. Yeah, I remember. Took her to SAC, showed her an improv show. We had to leave early because my roommates had locked themselves out. I'm like, you mind if we leave? She said, no, we're cool. Go on back, hang out, chat, go get like Jeremiah's Italian Eyes, and she's just sitting there like over and I was like, I need to introduce you to this fucker, this guy I know. Like, let's see what Torian. I'm like, all right, we'll run to that. So like, you were sold to me, now what am I like 20? It's like 4 years ago. You were sold to me by Ty. Actually, I would say.
Yeah,
some shit like that.
Yeah, I think literally like she introduced us, bro. Like,
I don't even know where. Like maybe at Ruckus. I think it might have been Ruckus, like at the showcase or something like that.
Yeah, I feel like no, bro. I feel like it was in a class that we met or something. Did you go to a class?
I was at Valencia. I don't know. I don't think I ever crashed any of her classes.
Dance class.
Oh, dance class. I did. I went to one of your classes you had down Southern Orlando. I just sat on the side and watched because I didn't pay and I wasn't comfortable at the time with paying for classes just with my own situation.
Yeah.
I couldn't say because I never went to a Ruckus class.
Okay.
I went to a Ruckus tryout like 2 falls ago now.
It probably was tryout, bro.
No, she wasn't there. She wasn't in that generation of Ruckus.
I met you before the showcase, bro. I know I met you before the showcase. When she brought you up to record, I was like, oh no, I definitely know who Aaron is. Like,
yeah.
So, to record?
Yeah, remember you were supposed to like.
Yeah, I was telling her I ran the idea by her and I gave all the footage to Randall, and it just like fell away into his, like that is I don't know what happened. Like I talked to her about that. I was like, man, I want this shit out there, and she's like, that's Randall shit. I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna cuss him out when I meet him. I'm not gonna like be some. But no, because I brought that, like, no, I can run that because I had a few pieces of like basic equipment. It's like I could record a bit of things and like run that because I also saw what was being worked with, and that they had like a DSLR or something like that to record it. And if it's not the right camera, it'd only do 15 minutes of recording. Meanwhile, I had I think just enough to get like an hour or so of that showcase. And also, like, how the angle, how the cinematography was shot, like, the camera was shot was just like, I looked at, like, the back of the camera, I was like, that's not going to look good. That's going to be shit. Like, too much audience, not enough stage. Yeah. Yeah, I saw but, like, she ran that, and I ran in, she was like, this is Torian, and then the showcase started going. It's, I think, how that literally went.
probably did, man.
And then
because I met a lot of people that showcase.
Yeah. But then after that, like, did you? How'd that go? I don't know how tight you are with Arius, because that was a time.
Arius, that's my dog.
Yeah, no, I know you're tight, but like, I'm trying to remember all the little things I ran through. So there's the showcase after me and Ty had our initial bout. I swear, I'm still riding on like Ty. Have you ever watched this shit? So like, I ran into you ever dialogue or artist your way to what like sort of the universe is telling your subconscious. But like, me and Ty are gonna create something like magical one day. I have no fucking idea what it is. Whether it's because I've always wanted to integrate, and I see a lot of my ideas come into life in the world, but you always like don't want to take that as like, oh, someone's already taken your idea. Yeah. I'm on like, no, I'm gonna like integrate ballroom and hip hop into something majestically aggressive, or something like that. Just like, I'm gonna grab what I know, like I'm gonna get my ballroom shit down, or get my ballroom coach on deck and get Ty on deck, and then we're just gonna find a track that we think's gonna just, you know, change the world in a way. So me and her like meet, play a proper like getting to fucking know each other kind of thing. Showcase runs through. I don't know the timeline for these. We have yours and hers birthday. Mm-hmm. We have probably before that was your album release. Mm-hmm. And then I don't think there was another thing you and I. Then I tried out for Ruckus for like fall of 2017. I tried out then. You were there on the panel, but it was the next generation of kids running that thing. So I tried out and I was there for like one day, and then I didn't make it through just because like I couldn't memorize those choreographs like quickly at all. You were there and you had your Muslim shirt on, if I remember correctly. You had your Islam shirt on with the moon and everything.
Fuck.
Yeah. That's about it. That's about it that I can think of for like events.
I feel like,
because I don't think you ran through because how'd this go? Arius had his birthday bash weekend.
Yeah.
Where he had like Denny's breakfast or something like that. Mm-hmm. And then somewhere in there was like going out to the springs, like Wakaiva Springs or something like that. Me and Melanie got with him. Yeah, me and Melanie with him on that. And then we went back to the Cimarron Skateway, skated there. And then we went back to Randall's. Ty may have been there, but I know Randall was there. And we played like Cards Against Humanity or something like that. And that was like the end of Arius' birthday weekend or whatever that was. So those are all the interactions I can remember with like that batch of crew of like Arius, Randall, Ty, and you. Like that's the quattro, at least right now, that comes to mind from like that Ruckus side of like my social circles.
Yeah, nah. Such. That's that's actually all that come to mind too when I think about how I even met you.
Yeah.
Was Arius, Randall, or Ty.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Because it was always at like either, and I know I seen you. Yeah. Even though it was at Steven's house, that was me and Ty's birthday.
Yeah.
You're always at Randall's house for some event.
Yeah.
And then just at a Ruckus thing. Yeah, bro. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. Damn, bro. Yeah. Man, shit, man. I'm glad we met though, bro.
Oh, I'm square on that too. I saw it. I remember telling you your birthday party. I was like, yeah, you gotta play talent. You gotta you gotta make sure you got people keeping you in line for that business jazz.
Yeah, man, for real, bro.
And I appreciate it because you were like 21, 22 at the time, mm-hmm. and you were like, I can't do the college thing. I'm like, that's a good idea. Like as much as like everyone was driving at the time, like go to college, it was like scam game.
And
if you reckoning that like running that academic, path is just not gonna do it, then it's like, well then go get a job so you can pay your bills.
Right. If you ain't doing that shit,
and then just grind on the side on what you love and care about. Like that's the game I'm running.
And I feel that too. Like it's just like I don't know, bro. Like I saw a meme of like it said on the top it says not going to college, and then this guy like walking, and then he walks into a rake and then like hits him in his face, like like something that you do to yourself. And then on the fucking bottom it says getting a bachelor's degree. And this guy doing like all types of tricks with the rig as if it's a skateboard.
Yeah.
Lands and then still hits himself.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So I'm like, that shit's so A1, bro. Like,
yeah, that's solid.
Exactly what it is.
That's solid sauce right there, man.
That's exactly what it is. So I'm like, bro, like, I never want to say that like it's a waste of time because knowledge is never a waste of time.
Well,
but when you misconstrue it, like you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And,
Well,
like,
there's so like my streams my audience will get fucking tired of it, but I bring up Jordan B. Peterson all the fucking time. But like, there's an understanding of what college and academia is supposed to give you and supposed to like bring up certain parts of the like those that are they're born to that affluence of intellectual discussion and stuff like that. And so college is supposed to is supposed to teach you to think critically and stuff like that, like next levels of intellectual development. And you know, some just aren't built for that. Like my dad, not intellectual. He's got base principles and stuff like that, but he is like some genius motherfucker shit with his hands. Like I show you like the photo collage of like what he's built for his property, his house and everything. It's like, yeah, like
damn.
Give that man a piece of paper with like, you know, multiple choice, he'll probably bomb that bitch. But you give him an engine, a car, or some shit like that, he'll take it apart and put it back together. And it's
different type of genius.
It's like, how'd you do that? It's like, my hands know things.
Right.
Some jazz like that. So like, I respected what was a culturally, at least if it's a cultural evaluation, an irresponsible, immature decision that college wasn't for you. But I knew the second thought was, if he's recognizing that it's not a good path for him, then I need to shut the fuck up and figure out like, well, how are you gonna, you know, promote, help, or give solid advice to a young man on like, well, what are you gonna play at now? Like, you got to pay your bills and shit. So, but it would appear you've been running solid since then. Actually, now, so next topic. Did you ever check out Arias's album he did with that one guy?
Yes, sir, I did.
What'd you think of that one? 'Cause he wanted my honest take on it, and me and him sat down at like a Checkers parking lot and just like ran through the shit. Yeah. And it's like, we were kind of talking some shit about the guy he was working with on it, but I was like, there was some opportunity there.
Yeah, like, I even had him, the guy that he on, like, I worked with him before as well. Like, two different projects. We basically worked on this one project called, I forgot what it's called, but it's basically like we're going through some, I don't even know, bro. It was just like something he just came up with.
Yeah.
Like, and it was a pretty cool idea, not gonna lie. And I played the villain. And like basically it was like more like a Hamilton like rap musical type thing.
Okay.
And like we were making a musical where we were rapping and shit. And I played the villain. And like it was pretty cool.
That sounds
bro, it was pretty dope, bro.
Yeah.
Like, we made probably like 3-4 songs I think together.
Yeah.
And like his homie, bro, like his homie actually got bars and he didn't think that he did. And it was amazing. And like, but it was the opposite of the guy that we're talking about right now. Like, so he thought he had like crazy bars, but like he definitely did some improvement. Like don't get me wrong, he said some slick shit. Like it's cool. Like he said some good shit. But yeah, there's
a difference between A1 and A2.
But then that shit get to the point where I'm just like, yo, Kern, like what the fuck?
That was his name, Kern.
Yeah, Kern, bro. Like he's still cool. Like I'm gonna just go ahead and put it right now on this radio that he's still cool to me. Apparently he don't fuck with me right now, bro. So. He don't fuck with me because I didn't show up to the event, but I had work, so it was nothing.
Yeah, I was like, got bills to pay, man.
Yeah, bro. Like I was
like if your event is getting bollocks by just me not showing up, there's something wrong with your formula, man.
Yeah, like right, like I mean, I'm like on my end. That's
like,
good
I'm not
for me,
Jesus.
But I'm not even. Yeah, I'm like, but I'm not even looking at it like that. I'm like, nah, bro. Like it wasn't nothing. Like it wasn't nothing towards him. It was more like I was literally gonna be there. I told him I was gonna be there. But I forgot that I worked that same day. Like, they called me. It was like, you worked today. I was like,
I think some people need to realize there's certain people like yourself who aren't exceptionally structured in how they organize their life.
Right.
So where it's like, Torian says he's going to be there. If he's going to be there, we're going to be thankful. If he's not going to be there, we're not going to be surprised.
Right. Yeah. Like, and I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't have no fucking problem admitting that shit. I'm like, that's how I roll sometimes, bro. Like, I'll tell you, like, I'm gonna be there, but if I end up, basically, that's one thing you can say that make it okay. Because if I don't say anything to you, then there's a problem. Like, something definitely happened. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll always say something. Like, earlier today, like, I'll let you know. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, man, like, this happened. Like, I'll always make sure you know.
No, that's where I kept like just check was like we still good, we still good, we still good, and then you're like, hey, ride fell through. I was like, I prepared, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I was ready to come out and grab your ass.
Yeah, bro. Like, and I was just like, hey, man, if it's gonna go like that, nigga, it's gonna go like that. Like, I'm gonna let this person know. Like, that's a lot of time. That's the thing too. A lot of time, people just be afraid of what this person might say.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit, bro. Let that person know. If it go through, it go through. If it don't,
yeah,
it don't.
it's an honest respect game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I had that. Like, that's what I like to do.
I think there's a vernacular misunderstanding is when someone says I'm gonna be there. They're saying, okay, you've written it in your calendar, you've checked your calendar, you're gonna be there, as opposed to the I intend to be there.
Yeah.
I hope to be there. I want to be there.
Want to be there. Yeah. Like that I intend definitely makes it seem like, oh, this person's gonna be there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like if I want to be there, then why wouldn't I be there? Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. It just makes more sense.
I know me and my girl started evaluating. What are you writing up there? Ultimate Gaming. What are you writing up there, boy? Me and my girl started evaluating, like, because I can't read it. I'm not worried about it. I'm about to pull it up on the phone here just once this thing minimizes down. Me and Melanie have really started evaluating the part where, what timing are we at? Is the guy tell me? He ain't telling me. Oh, nice. Oh, Xavier Quinones, what's good, X?
Hey, that boy X.
What's good? Toe with the boot. My little bro does ballroom too. Is a huge market for hip hop in the ballroom community currently. Yeah, I think there's a lot of crossfading of art. Me and my girl have also started evaluating of like, what events have we been invited to? Our obligations. Which ones can we decline, and which ones do we actually want to go to?
Yeah, bro.
And it's like, and it's never a disrespect to like, because the host is usually a friend, and you usually gotta play the. It's not interested.
Yeah.
We work Monday through Friday. My girl basically has to play out whether or not she's working 40 hours this week or 50 hours this week. That's just, there's no leaving early for her. I landed a really good job to where like my ass, I'll be up at 5 in the morning, but I'll be home by like 3.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, like so. I get to come home and I get to evaluate running all this, working on this a bit here and there, and we're in bed by like 9.
Damn, brother. I feel you. I had a job where I had to work from 10 p.m. to 7:30.
Oh, you got that overnight jazz?
Yeah, bro.
Dude, that's why you look tired.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah, bro. That's why I always be.
What, you working retail or warehouse shit or what?
It was plumbing, bro, at Disney. Disney Kingdom. Yeah.
That's not bad. Working
Yeah,
Disney, stuff like that.
It was straight, bro. It was definitely straight, bro. Like, don't come from me, Disney. I got some shit on me. Don't ever come for me.
You still working with them or you got something else now?
Nah, man. I'm actually trying to like just look into like. Well, first off, like I just stopped because I had moved and I wanted to like kind of just put all my money and focus into this music and shit.
Yeah.
But like that's never an excuse to like stop working.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, not just that, but I hated that job, bro. The people, the shit that was going down to pay. So I was like, I'm gonna just find something that I like.
Yeah.
Yeah, facts. I'm gonna just find something that I like. You feel me?
Yeah,
So
no,
that's what I'm at right now.
I've been on that since I used to work grocery retail.
Yeah.
Because I was there in 2016 and I was doing overnight, and I realized a way to where I'd do like the midnight to like 9 a.m. sort of shift. So and I had a good creative partner at the time. So like Thursday, with how the structure, I think I worked like one weekend morning or something like that, but like whatever. I would pick him up on Thursday after I got off work. I'd bring him back to the apartment. I'd nap until like 8ish or something like that. Then we would record the old Pseudo Films podcast or whatever we were doing, and then I'd go to bed or something like that. I'd get up at 5 or something like that. Anyway, I'd go to sleep at 8. I'd wake up like at 11:30, fly out the door, go to work, come back. We'd have Saturday and Sunday or whatnot, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday or whatnot to make whatever, edit, produce whatever, and schedule it up or whatnot. And then I'd take them home, and that was like a summer. That was a summer play. And after sort of realizing how bad that company was,
I've just been very much like looking and evaluating company cultures and what the workload is and all the other pieces. Like, I'm looking for a job, like a full-time job that pays what I need to pay, has a culture that I don't have to fight against, is not too fucking far away, because I used to, do a really nice, easy corporate data entry job, but it was over by I-Drive, basically. Like 1 hour one way. Monday through Friday.
Same.
Like
$100 on guys every week.
Yeah, some bullshit like that. So I finally landed it with this pest control job, and now I'm like, I'm about to hit a reset button because me and the missus are about to look to move into Austin, Texas. Actually, I think that's going to be like a low key next mecca for entertainment industry.
Yeah.
But depending on how it goes, because I don't really care where I am, because like this is my main output in terms of media output and content creation, and it's footloose by nature. Like I may have to travel to like land certain podcasts or certain guests, but if me and her end up like in southern Colorado, so the legislation is open enough to where she can do all of her scientific studies on mushrooms and other plant stuff, and I was about to say homicidal medicines, homeopathic medicines and stuff like that, where she can just run her own game. Like we're on the plan of buy 5 acres and just build.
Yeah.
Like, build dream house, build a bunch of Airbnb little cottages, build, woodworking steelwork place, build a broadcasting studio, build a ballroom.
That's what this filmmaker, I think his name is Jacob Owens. It's basically like Buff Nerds. It's a video group, I think.
Yeah.
They that's what they did, bro. Bought a whole like
batch of land and just built on it.
Right.
And now it's
made like a little whole crash, like airplane crash site, bro.
Yep.
Like, yeah, man. And he's just like, hey, we want to make a movie, and
we have 5 acres. We can do whatever the fuck we want on it.
Right, bro. Like, we got 5 acres. Come slide. Let's make a movie. And that's what they're doing, bro. And like, that's one of my plans, man. That's what I want to do too, bro. Like, so I admire exactly.
Just grab property and run at it.
Yeah. Like, and I every time we throw these events, like me and Eric, like my intake on it is festival. Like, what I'm saying?
Like, you want to just hit a
do
you want to headline at a festival kind of thing?
Oh, bro, I definitely want to head out at a festival.
But when you say festival like that,
just like my goal is to have our events be like a festival.
Yeah, like have a festival vibe on it.
Party. Yeah. I was like, nah, bro, like, cause I'd be really trying to push it and itch it towards it, being outside.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I like inside. Like, trust me, bro, I love house parties.
Yeah.
But like,
having that big backyard,
bro, that shit
wide open.
That shit hit different, bro. I'm telling you.
You need if you want to have that dream place, you just grab like, you figure out what kind of low light does the work. Get some desert festival party, and then be like, just have like you gonna play the minimal light so the stars get to come out proper.
Yeah, right, bro. Right, bro.
Like, we're on a zero light pollution game, so you get to look up at the universe and reckon with your damn life, fucker.
Yeah, yeah. That's like literally how it is, nigga. It's like we're about to fuck you over with this galaxy, boy. Cause like just being out there, bro. Like,
you ever been to the desert like that? I've seen stars like that.
No, I'm trying to go to fucking Burning Man, bro. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's some shit, man. I need to hit that up myself too. But like, I remember
that's an invention and a half, bro.
Like, oh yeah. Well, I got a family I'm kind of adopted into, and the uncle goes to Burning Man every year.
Yeah.
And I'm about to just be like, yo, Uncle David, like.
Yeah, but you should slide,
like,
bro.
What do I need to do to just tag along with your boy?
Don't they call it the disappearing city or some shit like that too?
Yeah.
Yeah. That shit's
it
tight,
shows
man.
up, it's a running city, and then it's gone.
Yeah, man. That's that. Cause I went to Okeechobee, bro. The year, we were talking about in the car.
Second, third year or something like that.
I think it was the third year one.
Okay.
Not this.
Because they skipped one. They skipped a recent
the year before.
Okay, yeah.
I think it was the year before. Yeah. Like, and we got selected to do visual art. You feel me? And like, perform at Okeechobee. It was dope, bro. That was my first fucking time going.
Squares.
And like, yeah, bro. Like, it's probably gonna be different this year because like. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got food, we got showers and shit. So
well, I actually got in the volunteer with Wet, the company that was doing the volunteer for first year. So I did front 400.
Yeah.
I got it all back once I went through my whole week.
Yeah, bro.
Weekend.
See,
It was cake too, like
Yeah,
and we got the off to. I don't know if they've changed location because we were in a. It was very apparent that where Okeechobee was being hosted was in a soon to be developed neighborhood.
Oh,
way out there past like Okeechobee Lake itself.
Yeah.
But like all the volunteers, we were hella far, but we were nowhere near bullshit. And we got like, you know, our own showers and stuff like that. Like it was a long walk to get to where the 3 stages were.
Yeah.
But like the joy of it was understanding that we were so far away from all the dumb fucks, all the dumb young 20-year-olds and stuff, that we didn't have to worry about like some fire, some dumb shit running through our campsite.
That's exactly how we were. We were like kind of like we were still in it, but we were like.
I did have to take a dump in the ditch, but like.
He said I did have to take a dump in the ditch.
Dude, I got fucked
like,
on that one of those nights.
Yeah, bro, it was pretty tight, man. Like, Okeechobee, I'm coming for you. I'm coming to chill, and then after that, I'm coming to perform at that bitch.
Yeah,
big
run
facts.
it, run
Big
it.
facts.
One of them small stages.
Yeah, man.
Play build.
Yeah, bro. Small stages to the big stages, all of it, bro. I'm trying to do it all, man. But yeah, bro. Is this how we end it?
We can end it here.
Is this how we do that?
This has been Toe2Dope.
Toe2 motherfucking dope.
On the J House Parlor
Yes,
podcast.
sir. JHP.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for having me,
I
bro.
appreciate you coming on, man. I
man.
look forward to that album release. Get to run that track through for a minute.
2 more days. Nah, bro, we can still run something. We can run like
we'll get it on. I'll be throwing out invites. I got like, you know, probably over 100 people to throw on Pseudo.
Yeah.
They're like, yo, come on, see if you like these people.
Yeah,
Talk
bro.
some shit
For
with
sure.
them,
Yeah, bro. I'm definitely down
I got some far and wide on like certain levels of like ridiculous on some of these people. So yeah, thank you everyone. Thank you Toe,
Princess Cup.
Eric. Hope you don't fail your exam.
Yeah.
Dumb
I'm
bitch.
taking the exam right now.
Yeah.
Type
Wish
shit.
him luck on that. But yeah, we'll see you all till next time. Let me go ahead and see if I can cut this from here. Got a special little thing.
No service.
We need you and I need like team up on Ty and get her on this shit.
Yeah, bro. We definitely gonna get her on this shit, bro.
It's like, yo, get on this shit, bitch.
Ty gotta be on this shit, bro. She's
Yo, I want that.
like, I love how.
So like we're still recording right now. We're not live anymore.
That's okay.
Because I'm gonna have this as like bonus features in a way. End stream. Cool. And ends. Cool. Oh, that works out. It's weird. I'll figure that out later. Yeah, no. You and me just need to like blow up her phone like today or tomorrow. Be like, so you need to sit down with Aaron.
Yeah,
and like talk jazz with this guy.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it for real.
And I'm positive on like Arius, Randall, and Ty, but like Ty primarily because like that's my girl. Like she was the intro, and we had like a really good bond out the gate.
Yeah.
You
gotta get Ty.
Yeah, no. But like, if I can get that girl comfortable, maybe on like one podcast and then get her on a second one, because like, I do subscribe to the mindset of in a 3-hour podcast. First hour is getting everyone used to a podcast. Second hour is getting used to each other, and third hour is when you start like getting to some real convos. Yeah. Like hitting some gold.
Facts.
So like, I figure I might get 1 hour of good gold with her on like an average base, but I get her on a second time, like 6 months later. It's like, no, we're gonna run this. You can do whatever you want pregame, but we're gonna run this. We're gonna figure out what you fucking think, cause like she running that teacher game, and that girl been on like solid mindset. Like she's on, like I got 2 people I could probably like reference on that have, like part of what they do as an African American is that they play hard to education and culture of the history of African Americans. I got one guy I went to high school with that I kept minimal contact with, but I've been following him. Adam McNeil, I'm coming for you. And then Ty has just been like big perspective.
Yeah. Big perspective.
On like since like day one.
Yeah.
So it's like sit down, break down, and let's see how well we can get you to articulate some fantastic shit.
She's the type basically to make you realize that you're strong, bro. You know what I mean? Cause she got it all. Like she definitely have her strength, man.
Oh yeah.
And she's holding on tight to it. You feel me? And like that's one of the most remarkable things about her, bro. Like she won't let that shit go for nobody. And like I I fuck with
She
that.
gave you some.
Like,
She gave you some talks. Like, stop fucking around. You got good shit. Let's go.
Yeah, man, for sure. Like, she definitely gave me some talk. Like, it was some talks when I was just bit out of shape by that girl, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And like, just because of her talk, I never was like, I haven't been like that ever.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Like
I
shit
get
goes
upset
sour,
about a
but you don't
girl.
get all shit goes sour, but you don't get all depressed about it.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, she's like she basically just made me realize like you're Torian. Like, you know what I mean? And I was
Yeah.
like, damn. Like, you feel
Yeah,
me?
yeah.
I was like, damn. Like, right.
Oh,
like, what the fuck?
that's what it looked like.
Yeah,
I got this.
You
I
know
got
what I
this.
mean? Like she was like, man, like you gotta worry about this type of person and this. Like, bro, me and Ty had so many car talks, bro. I can't even count. Like,
Yeah, we were
So-
sitting in a car.
car
Jeremiah's
talks, bro.
Italian eyes, just sitting there, just like throwing gospel back
The
at each
queen
other,
of-
man.
The queen of car talks, bro.
Mhm.
Like,
Got gospel in a sedan, man. Like,
that's exactly how she is, bro. So we
That's
end up
beautiful.
kicking it like that, like. And like, but we mostly end up kicking it because like I was like, my birthday is January 27th in the Ruckus little circle. He was like, me too.
Oh yeah, it's later next month.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Shit. Fucking turning 25. That's how old Ty was when I met her.
Yeah.
25, bro.
Yeah. Welcome to the quarter century club,
Bro,
bro.
right, bro. It is what it is, though, man.
nah.
Play out, play
man.
hard.
A lot of times I wish I was young still, but can't do it all.
No.
Yeah, man.
You gotta play hard. It's if you're as long as you're playing to the best you can with what you got,
Yeah, bro.
you can't really. You shouldn't be getting yourself hard, getting too hard on yourself on that one.
Yeah, bro. Right. I'm just like, well, I guess I gotta just.
I don't know who told me about this, but I heard some story about like some 90-year-old guy like went to law school, did probably like a little bit of practice, but landed one massive case, got like $1 million settlement out of it, like $1 million cut out of it, so to speak, at like 95, and like
What the fuck?
yeah, some shit like that, like just apparently was really good on his game. He had
Yeah.
90 years of experience, goes in, gets law school, nails the shit, bar exam, gets a case, works the case hard, and then lands huge. And you're kind of sitting there going like, I'd love to be able to do that when I'm 20, but that just lets me know that at like 28, I've got fucking 70 years.
You got a lot of, yep.
I got 70. I've got three times what I've already run through to like try to get to that shit. Per se.
The Colonel from KFC is an inspirational story, bro. Same shit.
Break it down.
Like, basically, so he basically lost all the time. Bruh, he just lost everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He failed a lot. He lost, I think he lost his family.
Uh-huh.
And then around 76, he came up with a fried chicken idea, went to neighbors, gave them fried chicken. Boom. He's fucking the Colonel now. Like, just like that, bro. He failed all his life.
Yeah.
He even thought about, committing
Suicide.
suicide.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was just like, oh, okay, like, let me do this one last thing I had on my bucket list.
Yeah.
Made fried chicken, went to the neighbors, and then they was like, oh my gosh, just made chicken.
Yeah.
Now he's the Colonel. And he made just millions, bro. Like,
yeah.
you already know. It's KFC. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
I've never eaten from there, but
I've never, bro. I don't want to say.
I will say,
I just don't like it, bro.
I will say, I need to go get that Popeye's chicken sandwich. Though.
Popeyes is the shit, bro. Like,
I need to check that sandwich out.
KFC, I don't know, bro. Like, like I fuck with you, Colonel, and I fuck with KFC, bro. Like, they chicken be wet or some shit. Like, I don't. Like, I just don't fuck with it, bro. Like,
all right. Let's end this post show. Let's end this post piece.
Okay.
So, what's your best fried chicken? Is it Publix,
Ooh.
Popeyes, Chick-fil-A?
It's definitely Publix out of all those, bro.
All right.
Come on, bro.
I'll challenge you on this.
Come
Though.
on.
I'll challenge you on this though. You get to. I want to hear that. I want to hear that ranking statement again. Basically, I want you, and I'll get you this after the show. You need to go to Domu. Over off Korean.
Mm-hmm.
This is ramen shop.
Mm-hmm.
And try their wings.
I'll definitely eat anything.
You try that. You come back and let me know what you think about Publix full ass.
Oh, word, bro. They're like that, and you said they're
Dude,
wings, bro. They're not
dude,
even like the chicken.
I'm about to drop some N-word motherfucking
Come
shit to talk
on,
real
bro.
about this, man.
You said I'm gonna drop some N-word
Dude.
motherfucking shit.
Dude, I had a lot of black friends like in high school, and so like I got a lot of like black passes to like drop words that would probably get me crucified these days.
Yeah,
Not
like-
nigga though. Everybody just don't say that shit.
I watched Boondocks.
Oh,
I watched
yeah.
Boondocks.
As long as
I
you
know
watch
there- I know
Boondocks
there's a
and you
dude-
know
that A versus
Yeah.
the R. That's
that's a
difference
whole ass different. Yeah.
but getting away from silly. We had some friends in town,
and she ordered the gluten-free wings and gluten-free wings. And I'm just like cool with the ramen bowl because we're like, me and Melanie, when we went to Madrid, we had a 1-day layover in Portugal, in Lisbon. And so we found this ramen shop. We were just like, fuck, we'll have ramen. Like, it's not even normal, like, Portuguese dish or whatnot. We go find this ramen shop. It's fucking delicious.
Yeah,
I love
bro,
ramen.
bad,
Yada.
man.
We
Same.
get back in town. We're like, where the fuck can we find it? And she spots Domu. And like, all right, we go there. We enjoy it. Well, our friends come in town, Lindsay and Sean, and we run through, and she's like, gonna play gluten-free. So she orders the gluten-free wings. And she's like, these are delicious. I'm like, all right, let me give it a shot. I have not had a wing that changed my perspective on wings like that. Like, I've had Gators Dockside. Like, I got like some Buffalo Parmesan wings. Love that jazz.
Froggers? Froggers?
Yeah, back in the day, back over on Oviedo. I'm with you. Yeah, I've had wings from Publix. I worked at Publix. I worked near Publix.
Said, I know about that
for
shit.
years. Like, I could recognize. We're about to finish up the post show. If you want to look pretty.
Yo, what's that?
Post show.
Yeah. We've stopped the stream. Now we're just recording. And I'll just fill the recording in later. Whatnot. So, no. I've had Publix for years. I had Buffalo Wild Wings. I had Froggers. I had, like, Hooters back when they were relevant. Like, ran through Tyson off the freezer. I go Domu. I tried those wings. Change my life.
Bro.
Like,
See?
check this.
Oh, no,
When
man.
last time we went to Domu, like a full bowl of ramen is like a full meal. Like, you'll finish that thing, it'll be good.
Right.
Okay? I ordered the wings to go, knowing I wasn't gonna eat them that day because I know I could throw them in the oven the next day and they'd still murder my ass.
Oh no, bro. Cause I just realized that 0 degrees be busting too. You ever had 0 degrees?
Turn pink up.
All right.
If you go to chat, throw pink up.
You go to
Far
0
right.
degrees.
Yeah. No, not far right. No. Right there. 4. Yeah. Turn it up the cord like the other ones are. Yeah, a little bit more. There, square.
You go to 0 degrees.
Never heard of it.
I go to Domo.
0 degrees?
0 degrees.
Alrighty, we'll throw
It's
that at
definitely
each other.
So, bro.
What's
No,
that?
actually.
Promise on that?
Yeah.
Jess?
Okay.
Some
Dope.
gay shit I've
0
done all
degrees.
day.
Yeah. He said that was a good. Nah, bro. That pinky promise is.
I'll
very
take it
powerful.
seriously.
Hey.
It's very powerful.
0
bro.
degrees is great.
0 degrees is a.
Just because it was a gay ass pinky
Yeah,
promise
it's
don't mean I
actually
ain't taking
okay.
it seriously.
Nah,
Just
it's
'cause it's a gay
okay.
ass pinky promise don't mean I take that shit. It don't mean
Nah,
I don't
bro.
take that
Ain't
shit
nothing gay
seriously.
about no pinky promise. Pinky promise is the
Yeah,
most
what's
powerful.
that time?
When along the
Powerful
line did
promise
2
in the
pinkies
world.
touching become gay?
Wait, what?
When along the line did 2 pinkies touching?
When it looks
I don't know.
really
I feel like if
dainty.
you just like if
Some
you, like,
dainty
on some
looking shit.
like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
It's reminiscent of 2 other things touching, but we're not talking
Okay,
about
let's
that.
not see. That's when you.
That's when what?
That's when it's.
You
getting-
called 2 pinkies
That's
touching
some
gay.
dick on dick
Oh
action.
yeah,
Talk
you
about
said 2 other things.
Make the
I
penises
just thought
kiss.
we was on my pinkies.
But there's nothing about pinkies touching that's gay.
Oh, how'd your exam go?
Easy as peasy.
Easy as peasy.
Your exam went easy as peasy?
Easy as peasy.
His exam went easy.
Find a peasy, and it's easy as that.
Alrighty. Well, I guess we'll find that out. There goes the post show. Thank
I'm
y'all.
back.
Eric, glad to have you back. Thanks for coming on. Look forward to your mental health
no,
podcast running on.
it was great to come on. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
For sure, bro. It was.
Where you all want to do any social media shout outs?
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to motherfucking Oxy Gang, you know, and then shout out to motherfucking More Visions, you know what I'm saying? Shout out
Where
to
can
you.
they find
More
y'all?
underscore
my
visions.
mama, my daddy.
Where can they find y'all? And where can they find the album?
At more
Um,
underscore visions.
Yeah, you can find it at my at name at underscore Toe2Dope, and then you can also find it at underscore More Visions, right?
More underscore visions.
Yeah, more underscore Visions, and then I'm also gonna try to get my rap group to promote it as well, which is Oxy Gang at Oxy Gang.
Squares.
So actually at OTM X Indies one more time. At
Does this
OTM
go
X
between
Indies.
like Twitter, IG, and everything, or is
Mhm.
it
For the most part, yeah.
for the most part? All right.
Yeah.
Squares. We'll call it there. Bye.